Well, everybody, we're back, and Jack will not be joining us tonight. Unfortunately, um, he has some things to do, and he might not be recording with us for a bit while he gets his affairs in order. But he's still constantly texting us and everything. So we still have his perspective. He will be missed. If you want him back, hashtag we want Jack. But we have a lot to discuss. We have SummerSlam, All In, All Out, Bash at Berlin, and a bunch of other topics that we want to talk about. And we're not going to sit here and go match by on these four pay-per-views. Um, but we'll just kind of give our overall. Um, Josh, go ahead and kick it off.
Okay, what's up, everybody? Hey, I think like we were saying, like with the four pay per views, it's best to like just give highs and lows and like a grade on those.
Yeah, all right.
So, so I think out of the list, the first one was SummerSlam, right?
Yes, SummerSlam was first.
So SummerSlam, me personally, I gave SummerSlam like a solid 7 out of 10. It wasn't anything bad. It wasn't like great or epic. Like
Mhm.
my high of SummerSlam. I like some people have mixed opinions on it, but I enjoyed the Drew McIntyre CM Punk match. I
Mhm.
thought it was good. It was good storytelling, and you could
Right.
tell they were kind of moving at medium pace because they were going to
Mhm.
set up what they were really going to do at Bash at Berlin. So it was just like kind of like an appetizer. But I that was like my high of that show on SummerSlam. Cody versus Solo, it was what it was. Wasn't anything like fantastic, but you got what you want. Because really, I would compare this match. You remember when the first like I remember it all out when AEW debuted like Brian Danielson
Yes.
and you knew he was gonna debut. So
Yeah.
they had Christian Cage and like Kenny Omega wrestling.
Yeah. It was when when they had the TNA part.
Yeah, and it's like you really didn't care about that match. You
No,
were just waiting until when Brian Danielson was gonna show
we
up.
saw it already.
Yeah, yeah.
We
So
saw
it
it.
like that's how Cody and Solo felt. Like we were really just waiting for Roman to show up.
Yeah.
Like when's Roman showing up? So it kind of like I don't want to say that match was the low because we got Roman. So got what you now. If Roman didn't show up, woo, that would have been ugly.
That would have been awful. I mean,
Like that's what saved the show in my opinion. Because some of the other stuff like Nia Jax versus Bailey, it was alright. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, it was alright.
yeah.
It was alright. Like there
Well,
was a lot of stuff.
Liv and Rhea, you got the turn.
Yeah.
So you started the show off hot with the turn.
LA Knight, I mean Sami Zayn versus Brian Breaker. It was one of
You got,
those
you
matches
got
like
what you wanted. You got exactly what you wanted.
no, I would have wanted him to be more dominant because it seemed like they were trying to wrestle a match but also kind of keep it short and brief. It seemed like it's one of those things where the time got cut more so than they
Time,
actually
their
attended.
time got cut. I think they ended up saying in the dirt.
Yeah, like that's what it felt
Match
like. It
wasn't
didn't
even
feel
the match was less than 6 minutes.
yeah, it didn't feel like it was like oh Braun just went out there and squashed him.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, it felt like oh they were trying to have a short competitive match.
I think that's why they doubled back and did the 2 out of 3 fall Raw
Yeah,
to
yeah.
kind of like give it back
Now if this would have happened in Money in Bank, I'd have had no problem with it.
to him.
But it is what it was though. So that I think the actual no actually scratch it. I said Drew and CM
Drew,
Punk was the high of the show. I think the best match to me was LA Knight versus Logan Paul. That was the best match on the show, in my opinion. LA Knight got his moment. won the U.S. title, and that's all I gotta say. Solid 7 out of 10, man. Wasn't anything horrible, but like honestly though, I think the only thing, like, if somebody were to say, do you have to watch SummerSlam? I'll say outside of Roman coming back, not really.
I think I gave it like a 7.5, if I remember correctly. Because I like the Damian Priest and
Oh yeah, Damian Priest. I forgot about Damian Priest and Gunther.
I thought they had a very good.
Yeah, yeah, they were good too. They were good too. I
Priest
forgot.
like motivated, very motivated. Even in that loss, I thought he looked good,
It's,
and
it's so crazy. It seemed like that match was like years ago now.
it does, doesn't it? Because
That's why I forgot about it.
and I always felt like Priest was going to be a better baby face, and I wanted him to turn before WrestleMania, and I wanted this Balor thing WrestleMania so they could move on. But they let him run with the title a little bit, kind of. So I guess he got a little taste. He'll be in that spot again. He'll be in that spot again because they're definitely positioned to be a main event player. So I thought they had a good match. LA Knight and Logan Paul, I agree. I think they probably had the best match of the night. I think um I might have liked Priest and Gunther a little more because the whole MGK Logan Paul thing. Um Cody and Solo did not do.
Mm-mm.
That match was almost 30 minutes long, and it took. It
Yeah,
was
I just kept saying, man, Roman show up. Where's Roman coming, man?
need
I
rolling.
I was like, man, I'm like, bro. I was on Twitter and I was like, man, can they go ahead and get to the interferences and the guy showing up already? Because you
Right,
knew it was gonna be similar to like how they did at WrestleMania.
and that was a frustration for me for the match because you're like, okay, this is bloodline rules. We know what bloodline rules is. Why are they? What took them so long to get out there? Just have them out there.
Yeah, I'm not there. We ain't need no 30-minute match. This
It
match could have been done in like 15 minutes, bro.
did not need to be 30 minutes. That you could have gave some of that time to Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn if you wanted
Yep.
to. That did not work for me. That was one of those things where the match doesn't matter. Um, but you got Roman back. The reaction that the response he got was massive. Like we're getting to the point where we need to start like putting this Roman pop up there with some of the all time because he's getting huge responses.
What the conversation that's gonna make people uncomfortable is will these Roman pops start making Cody start getting that AEW reaction that he got before he left?
See, I think we're already heading down that road, man. I mean, Europe is different, but we saw Bash in Berlin. Kevin Owens was by far more popular than Cody.
Oh yeah, he was.
Wasn't even close. We saw in France when he was up against AJ. AJ was just as, if not more popular.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's a European fan thing, but I mean, you've made the point online where he doesn't defend. Billy finally did last week. Um, he's just the problem with Cody is he just feels he works better in WWE because the way he presents himself. He's not like the work rate guy that AEW will need him to be a top guy, but they identified him as like one of the founding fathers there. And in the beginning, matter of fact, throughout his whole run there, even when the fans turned on Cody, he was still getting a lot more reaction than the Young Bucks. Only person you could say that might have been getting just as, if not better, reaction. Um, and I think he just kind of runs stale on you.
He's got to stay on now. I'm gonna tell
Got
you
to
what
stale.
Cody. I'm gonna tell you what Cody's gonna do every week on SmackDown. All right, so Cody comes out. some point in the show, either the beginning of the show, middle of the show, cut the promo. All right, next week, all right, Cody has a tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, Cody has a promo. Next week, Cody has a tag team match. Is it what it is? Like we were told, hey, he's gonna be this fighting champion and all this stuff and blah blah blah. And he's only had one title defense on SmackDown. Now I remember you were disagreeing with me about Carmelo and Andrade getting a title shot, and the reason why I said they should get a title shot, and I'm not saying, and I wasn't talking about it should be on the PLE or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just a title match on SmackDown. Like you got these two guys having these matches. I feel like it should be bigger than just for a US title shot. Like I feel like if you're trying to bump these guys up and like okay, make them feel like they're more important, and then for them to eventually, because we all know Andrade's gonna lose to LA Knight.
Yes.
But if they go out there and they have a competitive match with Cody, and then they go off to face LA Knight later on, they might look like okay, this guy took Cody to the limit. So now he's more of a threat to someone like LA Knight than just him going against LA Knight. And Cody, I'm not saying Cody has to go out there and have a classic with them. Good 10, 12-minute match
Mm-hmm.
on SmackDown, Andrade or Carmelo. And, both guys look good, but Cody wins. One crossroads, not no 3 crossroads and none of that crap.
Right.
But that's what I was saying. But they decided to do the solo steel cage match, which is fine too. So we I just think Cody should be doing more than just a promo or the tag team match, and that's all he does now.
I agree.
I
And plus,
think he should have. I think he has this like, oh, he's there all the time. Well, why ain't he having more matches?
right. I agree. He kind of carries this like I don't know how to explain it, but it feels kind of like a holier than thou kind of air about him.
The politician, Roman already said, man,
A
he's a
politician,
politician, man.
politician. He is a politician, and you can see it.
You can see it. It's like those politicians that like smile on your face, looking like that's why everybody say he should be a heel, man.
Right, and
Because
it fits perfectly as a heel, and he
it's
wants to be. But the thing, he wants to be a babyface because he really sees himself that way, and it
yeah,
feels like
but that would make him such a great heel that he sees himself as the baby face, the good guy. But he goes out there and starts doing stuff like cheating and nefarious things. But then he puts on this facade like he's a good guy.
right.
He'll be one of the most over heels in a while. He does that.
I agree. I'm with you. Like I'm all with it.
He goes out there, kisses babies and stuff, but then behind the scenes, he's doing evil, wicked stuff.
The shovel is out. You could, when John
It
Cena like
I know what
was,
words you're gonna say. It seems like his character just seems something disingenuous about it.
yeah, it does. Like here's it's like when Cena was out there in the PG era and he was cutting those like babyface promos, you just knew that's just kind of it. And as much as we may have wanted to see a heel Cena, that babyface that's cutting that promo, that he really believes
Yeah, same with
that.
Bianca.
And same with Bianca. I don't feel that with Cody. He wants me to feel that. Felt that
Mm-mm.
with Dusty. I don't feel it with Cody.
Mm-mm.
He thinks we do, and we don't. And it's gonna get to a point where it's not just gonna be in Europe where it seems like everybody is on somebody else's side. It's gonna happen over here. I if he's lucky. The thing that saved him really was The Rock.
It was a Rock. Yep.
The Rock saved his hot. And this is like, as I've said a million times before, they ended up getting, they did the wrong thing and got an even better result.
Yeah.
Because, like, Rocket Roman was the WrestleMania match, and everybody would have been perfectly fine with it. But, like, the fans got behind Cody because they wanted him to finish his story. They wanted that. And it just happened to work out. And now it's like, all right, you finish your story. What's next? We're not seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that they're holding off on the like Orton turn. That might be a Royal Rumble. That might be a thing. I don't know. But you can tell they're holding off on that. But man, what happened to the day of like non-title defense?
Yeah.
Into the champion just wants a tune-up match.
Yeah.
I remember I missed like the days when the champ would come on, like back in Hogan's day. Hogan wasn't wrestling on TV, title or no title. It had to be like a Saturday night's main event or something.
Or shit, or like, or you have shit champions. Like it don't even have to be in the ring. Champion backstage or some heel wants to
Mhm.
start some stuff with them,
Right.
and then like, you know what? Let's settle this in the ring then.
Hmm. Yeah. Little like that non-title, little
But
tune-up
it's like
matches.
they got all these people on the roster, but they only use certain people. And
Yeah.
I'm like, for example, it's a lot of guys that could be just used to take a pin
Hmm.
that they just don't use, and it's like this thing like they don't want too many people taking losses to be the job guy or the job girl. Cause like me, like like if I was holding the pencil and I like I'm gonna speak to a woman's wrestler and you was a Candice LeRae fan, you would hate me. She would be like my personal Brooklyn brawler, bro. She putting everybody over, bro.
She's Barry Horowitz.
Like Candice LeRae would be one of my like most like you talk about like she wouldn't be in catering if I was running the show.
She's Natalia.
Yeah, she'd be Natalia, all of like she'll be out there every week almost. I need somebody, Naomi, you need somebody to beat. There you go. Bianca, you need a match. There you go. Somebody to beat.
A nice little tune-up match.
Yeah, like,
In that could jumpstart something at some point. Like, man, they took the champ to it. And this is where like AEW first had something going on at first, but they never kept up with the time limits. I love having time limits. All
yeah,
right, man. And this is one fall, 15-minute time limit. You can have a 2-3 week angle with that alone.
yeah,
But they just use it like I think the last time I remember was with Chad Gable and Gunther
yeah,
when Gunther was like, "You can't go 10 minutes with me," and he did. It's like do that more. Have time limits.
yeah.
Do that more often, and that give that's
I think
something
they don't want to make it look like they copying off of AEW, but
they did it. AEW's been around for 5 years.
yeah.
This is traditional wrestling.
WWE used to have
Uh,
time limits.
from the beginning, that they used to have time limits.
They stopped doing it like after the like in the after the ruthless aggression era because they had time limits in the attitude era.
Yeah, they did. They did, and that
Like
and that helps the show. It helps the show because now you have time limits. You don't have these fans that's clamoring for 30-minute matches every time because we're used to, all right, it's TV. We know the first match on TV, there's going to be a 7-minute time. We know that because we see it week after week. We know
Like
the
I'm matching most of my matches gonna be 10 minute time limits.
right, right,
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So then, if you need now, if you want to elevate somebody, It's like you said with the like Andrade and Carmelo. All right, the winner gets a shot at Cody. All right, they go 10 minutes with Cody. Time limit draw. All right, next time we're going to put 20 minutes with. Let's see if you can go 20 with Cody. The time limits help create storylines. It helps your timing of your show. It helps fans not. It helps adjust fans to not clamor for 30-minute matches every time, and it helps these younger talents, these greener talent, be able to push themselves and elevate. It's like, all
Yes.
right, now I got a 10-minute time limit. All right, what can we? You can gauge how much you can get done.
Yeah,
Gauge.
man. You need people need to be able to work any kind of match.
Right.
Like, 'cause I say today, and I know it sounds backwards, because like back then you used to see, like, can this person work a long match?
Mm-hmm. The 60-minute Broadway.
Could they work a long match? Because a lot of times they can only work a certain limit. They only Nowadays a lot of these wrestlers don't know how to work a short match.
No, they
They
don't.
only know how to work a long match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like they don't know how to work a short match, and that's where your job guys or not. Not even that. It's just like where we talk about all the time the competitive TV match.
That's
It's like
where WWE speed is kind of honestly a good idea.
right, right. They got it's 3 minutes, and it's like all right, 3 minutes is fast, but you could same sort of thing. You know, this is how much you can get done in that short amount of time. And you could tell a whole story in 3 minutes. It's not something that I would want to do every week, but it can be done.
Yeah.
But here, you got a 10-minute time limit. You got up until don't go past 8.
All right. So now we talking about time limit. You want to talk about AEW's booking lately?
Sure, let's do it.
Woo! AEW's booking.
That Dynamite episode of Wednesday was
Yeah, that
horrible.
episode was horrible, but it's just like when people say Tony Khan's a good booker, I was like, I remember you said the thing he does. He's a good matchmaker. He's not a good booker.
Matchmaker. He knows the matches that his fans want to see, and he put them together. But a booker knows how to lay out the story. So yeah, this match.
Like,
This is what we want to get to. This is the story that we're going to tell to lead up to that.
like, like the Nigel McGuinness, Brian Danielson thing is just a prime example. Booking for the sickos.
Yep.
He's not, because I could tell you how he could have made this story make a whole lot of sense, bro. All right, I'm gonna just tell you, and it's just simple placement. Okay, so you had the match with Jack Perry at All Out, right? First off, that match. The side note, that match shouldn't have been almost fucking 30 minutes. That should have been like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you should have Jack Perry taking your fucking somebody like Brian Danielson, probably your biggest like star on the roster as far as like among the hardcore and casual fans. Like he's probably the most mainstream star you got on that
Mm-hmm.
roster.
And not even
Jack Perry should not be taking him to fucking almost 30 minutes. A
no.
bum like Jack Perry, no. But that aside, okay, you have your match. After that, Nigel comes out there and confronts him.
Mm-hmm.
Nigel gets off a commentary, say, "You know what? I'm tired of this hack, man." He goes out there and he tells him, "You know what? It's always been about you all the time." He said, "You only made it because you could bring up their past history." Brian
Mm-hmm.
Danielson said when they were in WWE, because remember, they got signed to WWE at the same time.
Yes.
But Brian Danielson said when they were getting their medical exam, he said he lied on his, and Nigel told the truth. And then he got let go by WWE. He ended up going to TNA.
You
At that,
did you read the interview lately that Nigel did where he said, he didn't retire because of injuries or anything. He retired because he realized he wasn't going to be able to make a living in it.
He wasn't gonna be able to make a living in what?
In wrestling business. Because like I know I realized that I'm just not going to make the money that I thought I was going to make. It was like
Mm.
misconceptions. They think it was injuries. That's not it. I don't know if that's just him being in or not.
I think he in character, man.
I'm assuming that's him being in gimmick, but yeah, I don't. When you said that, it just kind of jogged my memory of reading an article.
But he could bring up the fact that, hey, I was really the real star and not you, and we need to finally settle this one day. And then he brings up AEW Grand Slam, New York City. Then you build towards that. You build towards Nigel and Brian. They have promos, they have segments. You put Nigel on Dynamite commentary during Brian's matches, and you just build towards that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the segment that you without the dumb paper bag shit, but the segment that you ran it all out, where you had Christian try to come out there, John Moxley cut him off, and then John Moxley turn on him. You do
Mm-hmm.
it after you do it at Grand Slam
Right,
after he has his match with because then it'll make more sense.
right,
John Moxley is the number one contender, and now he takes him out because he wants that title.
right.
It's instead of doing it at all out, it was stupid doing it at all out because you're like
It didn't make
it,
sense.
it didn't make sense because it's like, okay, what is this leading to? Now you got it convoluted where it's like you have a Brian Danielson Nigel McGuinness match that's not even the main focus anymore. That match should have been the main focus, its own little story, and then you pivot to the John Moxley story.
Mm-hmm.
You don't try to run these two stories at the same time.
You literally can't because what they ended up doing when they did it that way is the first segment of that Dynamite was Moxley confronting Darby, and it's like, well, he's not going to be able to defend the title. Me and you should fight for your chance to fight him. And then Nigel comes back 30, 45 minutes later, like, hey, I have a contract for us to have a match.
Like what?
Why would Tony Khan sign off on that if he's supposed to be hurt and selling an injury? That's number one. That's number one. Number two, they keep saying, well, if he's able to make it, you are not going to market and put this dream match out there for fans and not deliver on it.
Yeah.
You would
So
kill
nobody buys
your
it for a
you would
second.
kill your business. You would kill your business and lose fans if you do that. So we know he's going to fight. So you running this whole angle of I don't know if he will. I don't know if he's going to make it. It's not going to make the story of the match any better. Like all of Danielson's matches now is like, all right, his neck. He takes some crazy neck bump, and you're scared that he's not going to make it. Like we don't. We already have that in every match that he does. I don't need this matchup. Oh, he didn't make it. We know he's going to fight Nigel. We know he's going to beat Nigel. You have a like 2 week focus build on this, but ever since Nigel came into the company, he's been talking bad about it. As soon as we saw him come back All In, which to his credit was one of the bigger and better moments. But as soon as we saw him come back and we saw the way he looked, we're like, up Danielson. And this is part of the problem when you have when you're starting a hot shot and you have within what 6 weeks all in, all out in Grand
Well,
Slam.
yep. But here's the thing too. If Nigel came
So,
in and all in,
mhm,
they had to know he could wrestle for a while for that moment.
absolutely, yeah, he had to get cleared.
Clear. So if that's the case, you're starting to think, why didn't Brian Danielson and Nigel happen at all in?
Exactly. And he's been talking about wanting it to happen at All In to begin with.
And you could have did Swerve and Hangman at.
You could have did Swerve and Hangman there. You could have did Swerve and Hangman there.
And
Because
it could have did Nigel and Danielson at All In.
exactly. Because and this is I know like before, during
But I guess they want to do this new John Moxley shit, so it's just like, ugh.
so before All In, well, no, not before All In. So during All In, I remember, we were talking, me and Jack, and you were like, dang, they kind of spoiled the ending of the Swerve Danielson match as soon as Christian Cage won.
Yeah, it was doing All In.
Yeah, it was during All In. For me, it was spoiled months ago. Um, and the post the media scrum made it no better. So I know I didn't really like get into detail with it then, but I can now. It was spoiled for me months ago because you have Swerve champion, and you for months are trying to convince me that he's not a transitional champion. And you're trying to make me buy this. He beats Christian, and then he has the Will Ospreay match, which did him no favor. Like he pinned Will Ospreay, he beat him, but Will Ospreay kicked out of everything under.
And then they had to get Don Callis involved.
Then they had to get Callis involved. So it was like, yeah, he won, but the way, and then when you have people all up in the dirt sheets saying, "Well, Will Ospreay wanted him to win. He wanted to put him over." That
And
takes
then,
out of it.
and then why they had to leak that, bro?
Why did you leak that? Why did you leak that? So now it's not like so again. Swerve is in this place where it's like he is not the guy.
It's like charity doing a favor.
Right. Like I'm doing him a favor, but now you're not making your champion believable. That's diminishing his status to me. Because now it's like, oh, this dude has to let you win. He has to agree to let you win for you to win. So now we're building a Danielson, and all up into this build, all they're telling us is, Danielson, he's about to. This is his last year as a part timer.
Yeah,
This is last
and
year
then don't forget the
as a
most
full
important
timer.
thing.
This is last year as a full timer. This is last year as a full timer. This is last year as a full timer. So then he wins the title, the match to get the all in main event, and it's like, well, we know he's gonna win
You
because
forgot you forgot the stupidest part.
I'm not, and I'm still going. So it's like he wins that, and then you have him saying, "Well, I gotta get neck surgery at the end of the year. My neck sucks," which again diminishes Swerve because it's like you can't be the dude that needs to get surgery at the end of the year. And then you have the media, you have him saying in interviews how much Tony Khan wanted him to be champion. Oh, Tony Khan had to drag me kicking and screaming to take the belt. All of this diminishes Swerve. All of this telegraphs saying, all right, Swerve ain't gonna win. This is gonna be Danielson's win. So we had this whole 3-4 months of you trying to make me believe that Swerve was a legitimate champion, not a transitional guy, really our top guy. And the entire time you're doing nothing but undercutting this dude. I didn't like it. I hated it. And then you bring in Hangman at the end of that. So it's like he's going to circle back right to where he was before. He's not in an elevated space. He beat Hangman twice already. Why do I need a third match with you? I was the champion. I beat you twice.
Well,
It the whole
you,
time they
you
just
you forgot one key element though too.
what
They turned Swerve heel in that feud against Bryan Danielson.
and they had to turn him heel because who wants to see Danielson retire? So he had to turn heel again. And it's just like the whole time they just made him look like garbage. Just garbage. And I
You
didn't like it, man.
you want to know? You want to know when I knew Swerve title reign was dead in the water?
When?
The very first Dynamite after he won the title. The first thing they do was Swerve and put him in a 15-minute match with Kyle Fletcher. I was like, yep, this reign trash.
Yep.
It's already over. It's already over. It's like, and you had these dumb AEW fans, because I posted on Twitter, I had got my mentions got blown up
Yeah,
by these
I
fucking
remember
idiots.
that. I remember that.
I'm like, bro, they like, I said, Swerve, if he's gonna have a match, it should have been a squash. Get some bum like Griff Garrison or Brandon Cutler out there, bump for him for like 2-3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And like, why is he out there having with? And then Kyle Fletcher, a guy that literally never wins any fucking matches, and he's out there, and some dude said, he's the always TV champion. And I was like, and I said, who gives a shit? Like cares he's a fucking ROH TV champion. And then I think the ratings was just terrible for that fucking show.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's like because like you've already buried you've already established that there is not a difference between your world champion Swerve and some guy that barely fucking wins. You said there's no gap.
and then again, it diminished his standard.
Yeah. And that's what
MJF was not going 15 minutes with people like that when he was champ.
no.
You were lucky to get a title defense from him when he was champ. And if he did give somebody time, it was like a Ricky Starks where they had a story, they had built something to it. It meant something.
I say this all the time. MJF to me is the only, and maybe Kenny Omega, but like they probably are the only two AEW champs in the history of that company that have actually been presented as stars. Like they present them like a star instead of like all the other ones they try to present as great wrestlers. And that's the problem with AEW and why their ratings are continue to flounder.
I think you might be able to throw Moxley.
Like,
I think you could
yeah, possibly,
throw
but
Moxley and
most
maybe early Jericho. I'm talking like first 6 months after he beat Hangman Jericho.
yeah, but
Early.
Most of AEW's wrestlers they present them as they just try to present them as good wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't try to present them as like the ratings are terrible because they're not presented as like stars that you have to tune in to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, like these are guys that go out there, they can have great matches and that, but it's like you can see like this is what like when I talked about earlier. Remember I sent you it was like a couple weeks ago. I said if AEW was around like in the 90s, it'd have been a lot more popular than it is now.
Yeah.
Because you remember back in like the ECW era where they was tape
Mm-hmm.
trading and stuff like that. Like in that like you like back in the day, like stuff like you see in AEW you wouldn't have seen like in WWF or WCW regularly.
For good reason.
So more people would be like, hey, you have to see this program like AEW. Now you got the internet and all that. You can see like the matches that you see at AEW, you can see anywhere now.
Mm-hmm.
And it no longer feels special. The production at AEW is not as good anymore because it's not as many people going there no more, so they can't do full crowd shots. It's dark. It's so dark there now. It's just like if you're like, what reason is there to watch AEW? Like, oh, just to see great matches. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Like there's nobody in that company that's presented as a must see star. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have to tune in to see specifically this person or that person. You got Mercedes cutting these terrible freaking promos. You got Jamie Hayter has come back and she's barely being used. But
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Hayter was unfortunate circumstance though. I remember I was telling it's this guy that I talked to on social media. His name is Showstopper. He a huge Jamie Hayter fan,
Mm-hmm.
and I be tweeting. I said, bro, man, Jamie Hayter. I'm like, it ain't gonna be what you think it is when she come back, bro. You like, man, He'd be like, hater supremacy, man. And he a huge Jamie Hater stan, but I'm like, bro, the issue with Jamie Hater is the main feud that she could have coming back would be against Tony Storm. Problem is, Tony Storm has gotten so over now with the crowd that
The main feud you could have is with Britt Baker. She's on the wrong side.
Britt Baker too, but like Tony Storm was the one that like took her title.
Yeah.
And she got hurt. So that was gonna be the main first feud though.
That was when she was aligned in that whole.
Yeah, but then but the thing is, it's like, and it's like, but you got Britt Baker as a babyface now too. So like the two people she could feud with, they got as baby faces.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you bring her back and have a feud with her, or you turning her heel. Because it's like if you try to feud her with Tony Storm, man, you might create this weird kind of fan reaction, like, who do we cheer? And
it's AEW. They never cared about faces. They turn them when it's like we just said with Swerve and Danielson. They just can't swerve for the match. You can do that in AEW.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can do it.
Like
Serena Deeb was a babyface when she faced Tony Storm. The fans rejected it. Now she's back to being a heel again.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. It's like they got Mariah May just random tag team matches now. What the hell?
Mariah May is just in these random tag team matches.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain about seeing Queen Aminata. More Queen Aminata, the better. But
yeah, no complaints here.
But
no complaints here.
Yeah, but still though, like Mariah May should not be in tag team matches against Queen Aminata and some Joshi girl, man. Like, come on, man.
What storyline is it furthering to happen?
I don't know. I just know she wrestled Queen Aminata last week, and then I don't know how this new Joshi girl got in the mix, but
I don't know. I think I saw a quick package where she ended up like Serena Deeb or
but that girl, she like another freaking Riho, man. She's like,
I don't care.
It's like, man, like some of these women are just too small to take seriously, bro. Like, bro, like Io Sky and Oscar are small women, and they look like giants compared to some of these girls, man.
I agree.
I'm sorry, man. Like Mariah May looks like she's a foot taller than this chick, man.
Yeah, look, man, I don't. It's all they are who they are, but it's like give me something. Like Lena Shirakawa is not a big girl at all. She's just a small, but she has a little bit of charisma to her.
Yeah, she got some character, got some charisma.
She's got something. She's got something I could work with.
The guys like Marina Shirakawa though.
Yeah, we know why, but they like they like all the other ones too. They like Riho and whatnot too.
Oh my god,
I don't know why.
They're weird.
That's not my business. But I don't get it, and I don't care. I don't care about seeing you. Whatever.
But it's like, man, you got this deep roster. That's where when you've been burying Thunder Rosa so much, she could be a legit contender, but you buried her so much that
because she ran afoul of Britt Baker the same way, was out injured, and when she came back, they buried her to the other shows the same way they're doing with Jamie Hayter. Is this a coincidence?
That's crazy.
Coincidence? No.
They gonna lose Jamie Hayter. She keeps doing like that. Shit, Triple H give a call quick.
He can do something with Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, and then I
don't like the look. It looks too Becky Lynch-ish to me.
Yeah,
I don't like the look. I hope she can. Not that like and I'm not trying to I'm not trying to talk about her appearance.
Well, if she came to WWE, you better change that hair.
She got to change it. The presentation.
It's only one person that can have the orange hair.
Right.
It's just like if somebody tried to come to Ren Sinclair, that bitch, but somebody tried to come to WWE with the braid, nah, that's Bianca. You ain't getting you better change that shit.
Do that. Can't do that. No,
Oh,
that's the gimmick.
yeah.
So it's like I get it. You're a woman. She could change the color of her hair as much as she wants. The way she's wearing it, and like it's not even just that. It's like the way she like kind of walks out sternly and whatever. It reminds you too much of Becky Lynch.
It's Becky Lynch. Yep.
It reminds you too much of Becky Lynch. And Jamie Hayter is very good. She's very talented. I don't want to see her and think Becky Lynch. I want to see her and think Jamie Hayter. So that it's not. We're not. I just want. I'm talking
Somewhat.
about her appearance. It's,
Some women just resemble. Some women just resemble
yeah.
other women though, because I like somebody posted a match on social media today. It was Alba Fire versus Sol Ruka from main event, and I'm thinking, damn, that's Charlotte Flair. I'm thinking it's an old Charlotte Flair match against Alba Fire or something. Like, no, it was Sol Ruka. Like, I had to look closely again. Oh, Sol Ruka. Oh,
Yeah. She just kind of has that. Yeah, well, I can look in her face and tell she don't look like Charlotte.
you said what?
I can look in her face and tell she don't look like Charlotte. No offense.
Hmm.
Charlotte,
She looks like a younger Charlotte Flair, but she
yeah, she has the build of a younger Charlotte Flair.
yeah. Yeah, she a better look and she like a younger, better looking Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte, I don't know. Like, sometimes that like they say like people like once they go under the knife, they always find something new
Yeah,
that they don't like on themselves and that they want to touch up or like you
yeah,
can tell she's got a lot of work done on her face.
yeah, man.
And I don't want to
I'll say the NXT girls, none of y'all don't need to do no work. Just keep how y'all.
I don't like we all know like we know
That's,
what it's like when he was there. We saw a lot of breast implants. We saw a lot of like, facial work and whatever. We don't need that. We do
yeah.
not need that. Like I know we
Especially
talked about the
the
guys,
sisters down in NXT. Y'all stay how y'all are.
stay how you are.
Yeah,
I
Lash, Jada, Kalani, all y'all stay how y'all are.
stay how you I know we talk about the guys sometimes and like, how like, all right, you need to like get a better look. I don't
Yeah,
have a problem. I don't want to like say, hey, like, you need to get a BL. I don't think that women need to do that.
no,
Be who you are. I'm just saying, try to be unique in that. You're not going to. Nobody's coming to. You can't come to WWE and do the rear do that because you're kind of killing her gimmick while you're doing it. That's all we're saying. But
yeah, yeah.
it's like we said, like we were saying yesterday when we tweeted that out. It's like this women's division. Why isn't Athena on AEW?
Mm, mm, mm. I
Why?
think I think Athena should have been the one to beat Jade Cargill personally for the TBS title.
I agree. I agree.
No
Because they
offense to
did nothing with
Statlander.
that.
No
They
offense to
did nothing with
Statlander.
that. They did nothing with her.
No.
So like it's just like you hear these people talking about like, oh, Dina, she's doing such great work in Ring of Honor,
Who cares?
the longest running Ring of Honor champ. Ring of Honor Club, like I Googled it, they have like roughly like 12,000 stuff. You have 12,000 people.
I had tweeted out a tweet that I thought I was gonna get backlash with, but everybody agreed with me. Where I said the fake ECW did a lot more for WWE than the new Ring of Honor has done for AEW.
Yeah,
Because like I
done
know a lot
nothing.
like the fake ACW, a lot of people. I think that show gets a lot of flack because of the name it had though.
Yeah, because it wasn't what, and we're talking about like the second iteration of it, not like the Shane McMahon internet iteration, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, it gets a lot of flack, but they had a lot of people go, like come through there and develop it.
yeah. Yeah, CM Punk developed. Like they did. The Miz, Kofi
Mhm.
Kingston, Sheamus. Like those are four world champions right there.
Yeah.
They got their real start. Like the Miz started out on SmackDown, but he came into his own when he went over to the ECW.
Mhm.
And then they had other guys that might not have been world champions, but kind of did have their own thing, like
Good
John
careers.
Morrison.
Good careers.
Yeah,
Good careers. Yeah.
yeah. Christian went over there too, and he before he won the world heavyweight title, he had a run at ECW,
Mm-hmm.
and I personally think that run over there gave them opportunity to just like okay, well, he could win the world title.
Great.
And then they had Jack Swagger, but yeah, yeah. And Bobby Lashley got his
Right. He got his
his run
big
over there
fight.
too.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's like that.
But like, who is this new ROH created? Kyle
Nobody.
Fletcher. That's it.
Nobody. Dustin
And
Rhodes is a double champion in Ring of Honor right
you said what?
now. Dustin Rhodes is a double champion in Ring of Honor right
Well, that's nasty work. Sammy Guevara down there. Like,
now. He's your tag champ and he's a trios champ.
I will say this: they might be able to. Queen Aminata, she might be something though.
She might be
She
like
might, she
Ring of
might, she
Honor
might, she might win one of those two women's titles in AEW in the future.
at some point. I hope so. Like Ring of Honor should be used as like their NXT.
Yeah,
And it's like you're going out. It's not like you're trying to book arenas or anything. You're doing them before your collision tapings or whatever. They're getting experience in front of fans. It's not like people are rushing to subscribe to Ring of Honor. So there's going to be a small group of people that see it. This is a good way for these newer talents that are coming out of the Nightmare Factory or whatever to get experience. Let them get experience there. Let them get over. Then move them over to AEW, and that's how you keep your roster fresh. That's how you develop talent instead of having to constantly wait on the next free agent. Like you're the New York Yankees. You can't do that. But that's what they
the
do.
next game changer, man. Like Ricochet. You think Ricochet gonna beat Will Ospreay?
No.
I think Ricochet got to beat him, man. He got to, man.
Uh,
Because if Ricochet loses, what do you do with him from there? Like, what do you do?
Will Ospreay going to win the tag title?
Mm, I don't think so.
Because remember, Ricochet. Will Ospreay is going for the tag title next week, and then the following week he's going to be defending against Ricochet. You're going to have Will Ospreay lose 2 title matches back to back in a row.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it's like, man, then it's like, but then what do you do with Ricochet after he loses, though, man?
I, I don't know. Maybe
Ricochet gonna be like, yeah.
Jungle Boy.
Hey, Ricochet, yeah, you get to wrestle with your friends, though.
Get to have fun. I mean,
Yeah, fun.
he could beat Jungle Boy. He
Yeah.
could beat Jack Perry.
I tried to warn these Ricochet fans, man. It's not gonna be. It's gonna look good in the beginning, and then eventually he gonna be a collision, rampage, or shockwave. I guess
Yeah,
regular, bro.
Shockwave. If the reports are true, apparently
Like,
Rampage is going to.
it's gonna be quicker than people think too.
He's just going to be another one of the guys because that's what always ends up happening with these big signings.
They fade into
Ends up being
obscurity.
another one of the guys, unless you're Will Ospreay. But he's so over with fans that it's almost impossible to mess him up. And he hasn't had the greatest, but he's at least presented like a star. Um, I mean Okada, but
Oh God,
he is not. This is a pension for him. He's not doing anything.
bro. Like I have not brought this up on social media, but I'm just gonna bring it up while we talking. Tony Khan also is trying so hard to like recreate like original matches that happened.
Yeah,
Like the Brian Danielson Nigel stuff. He was trying so hard to do Kenny Omega versus Okada, but not Okada, Kenny wasn't healthy enough
Yeah,
because he wanted to have that match at All In,
yeah.
but Okada, the
Mm-hmm.
Ricochet versus Osprey, like he's trying to recreate all these matches that happen in other. He was like Edge versus Christian,
Yeah,
like it's a lot of stuff, and that's only going to appeal to that fan base.
and you've noticed how snake bitten they have been with all that.
Yeah, and
They wanted Okada and Kenny. Kenny ain't healthy. They wanted Edge and Christian. Edge broke his leg. Like they, it's not funny, but it's just like it's a dream. Like we've
and
seen it time and time again. The dream matches usually don't end up being.
and why wasn't Ricochet and Osprey saved for Wrestle Dream?
It should be for a big pay per view. Why are you giving it away for free?
Yeah, and people like, oh, you're complaining about great matches for free. It's like that match is only drawing in your regular fucking fans.
Is that match going to draw a full house of attendance?
Yeah,
That's the question. So it's like, all right, your pay per views usually draw well, and that's the only thing that's really working for you, and that's why
it's
they're ramping up the pay per view.
save that match for that pay per view to drive up that pay per view. Like you're not gonna get more people to buy tickets just because of that match.
Exactly. I don't think you saying we're going to have Will Ospreay versus Ricochet in the main event of Dynamite. I don't think you're moving 2,000, 5,000 more tickets.
Or you're getting more viewers. It's not like you're
I
just
don't think
getting
you're
your
getting more
regular
viewers.
audience.
You're getting the same amount. So if you're not, but that's the type of thing that CM Punk was saying when he was like, they're not in the business of making money. Because if that is not going to draw, you do something like that on TV if you want to boost your attendance. If it's not going to boost attendance, do it on TV, do it on pay per view. Have to buy it. This is something that people have been wanting since 2016 or whenever that match was, and you're going to give it away on TV for free. When you supposedly have this rights deal that's pretty much a done deal, that you've been telling me for months you're close on. The exclusive window with Warner has been over.
Yeah.
You're telling me this is done, but you're booking in a way to make it seem like I have to continue to raise these numbers, and it's not working. I hope that the rights deal is done, and I hope they get a good number, and I hope that they adjust their booking accordingly. I don't think it's going to happen.
You saw their ratings this week, man. They barely beat NXT
They
this week,
barely
man.
beat NXT. They barely beat NXT, and that's what I said, man. CW, it gets in more homes, man. Like if NXT could get another 100,000, 50,000 with just your bandwidth of CW, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. In the beginning of AEW, people were talking about how it beat Raw already. Now you're on the verge of not even being better than their third developmental brand. That's how bad the numbers have fallen.
Yeah. And on a side note, man, I'm liking WWE getting more of these professional announcers.
I love the Joe Tessitore movie.
Yeah. And I'm talking about if I'm WWE, this is for my own personal reason. uh get some more professional like backstage interviews. Like I toss her a bag, Taylor Rooks, go to see if she would do it.
It,
Hey, I think more people want to watch them backstage interviews. You hire Taylor Rooks.
Taylor Rooks is. like Taylor Rooks is really good at
No,
not
I agree. She is really good.
she's really good at what she does. So like for me, that'd probably be a step back. But
Yeah,
like you said, if we throw a bag at her, it's just like, all right, look, we want you to come in twice a week.
you do that. She good at what she does, and that woman is gorgeous, boy.
He is. I'm dead. I'm dead. So like I would love to have her back. Love to have her back there. I think she's a phenomenal talent. Um, I don't know if it's on her radar, and I don't know if she's on their radar.
No,
Uh,
that it,
but they have
well,
that.
I'll just say it because they've been hiring. They hired Pat McAfee. Now they hired Joe Test. Renee Young, she came from a sports background.
Yeah, she did. She did. I think that Jackie Redmond comes from a sports background.
Jackie Redmond, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She came from a sports background. Let's get a sister up in there.
She's good. She's good. I like Jackie
Yeah, I'm just saying, let's get a sister up in there. And Taylor Rooks is actually really good.
Redmond. Get Taylor Rooks in there. I'm fine with that. Get Demetria Obelar in there. Get Joy Taylor. I mean, get both the Taylors. They can do that. They can do that, but they would probably have to do more than backstage interview.
Yeah, like they could
Put
do.
them in the JR spot where they like interview the talent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know, I would embrace that. I would embrace. Bring
But
back the post match interviews too.
yeah,
The post match interviews.
but I'll say this. I don't know if you're saying doing WrestleMania weekend because the last couple of years, Joe Tessitore actually been doing like interviews with like wrestlers, like on the ES because they've been working with ESPN for a while.
Yeah, yeah,
He's interviewed a lot of wrestlers. Interviewed Roman Reigns, the Usos. It's like doing that WrestleMania coverage. And
yeah.
he
I've noticed that. I've seen that.
interviewed Randy Orton.
Mhm.
I think like because Michael Cole does some interviews. I think they need to do some of those spots, like some of those pre-tape spots with Joe Tessitore with some interviews, or have him be in the ring and interview some guys. Because Joe Tessitore got that like voice, like
He
that
has a,
just
yes, he has a very he is commanding and authoritative and um
it's almost sound like his voice is like just too like it's like some dude tweeted out the other day, man. He said it's still unreal. Joe Tessitore caller. He said it feels like we don't even deserve this guy. Like he's too good for us, and he's doing it.
he's man. And the thing about it is like when you hear somebody like him calling, it makes the other a bad announcement
Yeah, like Excalibur.
awful. It makes their whole announcement look. Taz is good, but he doesn't have much to work with.
Yeah, and Joe, he's gonna get better. Like a year from now, he's gonna be just amazing because now you could tell, like he's getting more into the stories now, and
Mhm.
it's not as many pauses as it was like his first night.
Right.
Yeah, so once he gets more into it, I hope they keep him and Wade Barrett together though.
I don't see a reason to break him up.
Like what I don't want him to do, I hope like because I wonder what SmackDown is gonna do when Pat comes back. I don't want him and Pat together.
He Cole
Because you gotta
and
have a
Pat.
you got you gotta have you gotta have a wrestling guy
Yeah.
with him.
Yes, absolutely. You need a
Like
wrestling guy that can break this stuff down.
yeah, like you put him and Pat together, that's a disaster.
No, I don't think that works. Pat, like,
Pat is kind of like off the wall. He goes and does his own thing.
yeah, Pat can be a little too much sometimes.
Yeah, so like so they might put Pat on SmackDown with like, but then it'll be a 3-man booth. Him, Corey, but I think him, Corey, and Mike will be fine though. Or honestly, man, I might just say Pat just for the PLEs.
Yeah, you just say Pat for PLEs. He's a busy man.
Yeah.
So just have Pat come in whenever he wants to.
Yeah.
Have Pat come in whenever he wants to. Corey Graves, I like Corey. Corey Graves isn't bad.
Yeah.
Like I
Well,
remember when Corey Graves first started announcing in NXT, I thought he was really good. He's kind of WWE eyes, but because he's a guy that can he was like the kind of type guy, so he can give you the moves, the reason behind the moves, the what the move is intended to cause pain or manipulation. He
well,
can do that.
my favorite NXT color commentator was Nigel, though, man.
Nigel was good. He's good. It's just in AEW they've been pushing this heel thing with Brian Danielson so long that I had a JR moment. With Danielson so long, it's just like I would like to see what his announcer style is like after this is
but
gonna
uh, but it's the same thing that Jesse and did with Hulk Hogan back in the day, though.
yeah, but they have real heat.
Yeah. It, it's,
They have legitimate heat. So I don't mind.
yeah. So Jesse, when he was talking that stuff about Hulk Hogan, that shit was a shoot.
Yes, absolutely. He's still him and Hulk Hogan is like Bret Hart.
Yeah. I still say to this day, there's still never been a better heel commentator than Jesse the Body Ventura.
Jesse was great. No, no,
I said I'm not talking just color I'm talking about just a heel color commentator.
okay. I mean, Heenan is right there for me too.
Yeah.
I love Heenan, but Jesse was great. Jesse was great.
Like
Glad
you watch some of them old classic matches, man. Like I don't like a lot of people didn't like him and Gorilla Monsoon. I thought they were hilarious,
they were
man.
great. I thought they were great. I love going back and hearing those
just like the call he made, the immovable force,
2. Mhm.
the irresistible force versus the immovable object. That's an iconic call, man.
Iconic, iconic, and that's not just the call that they use in wrestling. That they use that everywhere.
And it was created that at that
Mm-hmm.
state. Yeah, yep. And then he created a lot of nicknames. He was the first one to call Bret Hart the excellence of execution.
Mm-hmm.
They used to call him Bret Hart the excellence of execution, and it just stuck. There's a
Yeah,
lot of I gotta look it up, but he created a lot of nicknames.
yeah. And that works, man. And that's what a good commentator and announcer do. They're supposed to enhance the talent, and he did that. He, and commentators, they kind of get the short end of the stick. Like sometimes I would watch, um, especially AEW. Sometimes I'll watch on mute, especially since AEW is like match based anyway. I'll just watch it on mute, um, because then I'm like, all right, I'm just watching. But then when you hear the announcers, and then sometimes with those crowds that are they're in these big buildings and the crowds are so small, like I can't really. It doesn't really. It kind of hurts the match to me. Like you get the WWE in these European crowds where they're loud and raucous, that enhances the match, you know. But it can kind of take away from it. So sometimes I will watch a match, especially if it's something that I think could be something. I'll watch it without hearing it, and then I'll watch it again to hear the fan reaction and more so for the fan reaction.
Oh man, I'm looking at the some of the gorilla like the list of Gorilla Monsoon catchphrases. Some of mine's it said a walking advertisement for birth control. Conspicuous by his absence. People use that today.
Mhm.
Uh, And then I'm looking at. I'm trying to find the best one. He got his clock clean. Yep, people still use that.
Absolutely.
It's the beginning of the end. Miscarriage of justice.
Yeah.
People still use that. He stick a fork in them.
Yeah.
Not as much. He's
Hmm.
all right. I'm trying to find him. This is thinking the man upstairs. Pandemonium. He said, "Glad I retired." uh, yeah. Oh, my favorite one. He always is right in the bread basket.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Downstairs in the bread basket. Like, what the hell is the bread basket? I used to love when he said it though. Got him right downstairs in the bread basket.
That was funny.
And it's like one thing that was great about him was that when you laughed, you weren't laughing at him, you were laughing with him.
Right. Right.
Like people just try to used to say he was horrible. He was before his time, man. Because now everybody trying to create their own catchphrases now
Yeah.
on commentary.
Everybody's trying to be a gimmick.
Yeah, but like back in his day, when the announcers they were more serious,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
you could tell that he was more freestyling, having fun
Yeah.
because he was a wrestler. He was like the first wrestler that was
Yeah.
like a play-by-play guy.
Right.
Like most of the play-by-play guys weren't former wrestlers; they were
No,
just like,
they were generally from sports.
yeah,
So, they were like play guys with that, and you're wrestling. The
yeah,
play was
yeah. Madison Square Garden, the mecca of professional wrestling. Yep, they still say that. Uh, it's pandemonium. I love that one.
yeah. Yeah, he was great. That was a great
Will you be serious? Especially when he
line.
was with Bobby the Brain here.
I use that one sometimes too.
Right in the kisser. He said, wouldn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch.
I've heard Jim Ross use that a few times.
Yeah. Uh, you know what's up too? When they back in those days too, when you watch some of the old school matches, they would actually call the match. So let's say like somebody pinned them and they did like a lazy pin, they'd be like, oh, he could have had him if he would have hooked the legs or if he would have
Yeah,
hooked both legs or
right, right. That was important.
because back in those days though, you weren't doing like 10 million moves on somebody. You could beat somebody with a vertical suplex back then and win a match. Like Harley Race finisher was a vertical suplex.
That's the kind of stuff. Well, it wasn't
Jake
well.
the Snake was a DDT.
You're not kicking out of finishers
Yeah.
back then. You hit the finisher. That was it. Speaking of that, bring back, your champions and your top guys beating people on TV without hitting
Yeah.
It's like you said before. If you got Cody that's facing in a match, he shouldn't need to hit. You should just hit the Cody cutter 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot another one. Yeah, unloading the heavy artillery.
Yes. Yep.
Man, he had some great one-liners, man.
He did.
Uh, jam-packed to the rafters. That's putting over your crowd, man. Like we jam-packed to the rafters, man.
That was good. And they
Yeah,
were
man.
at that time. They were definitely packed.
Then they're hanging from the rafters. That's putting over the crowd again, man. That man was ahead of his time, man.
He was. He was, man, and they had a great respect for him. So
Yeah, they named Gorilla after him.
another position named after him.
But yeah, I was just thinking, man, yeah, yeah, but yeah, But I like Test, man. I think Test is gonna have his. I would say Test is a lot like Mora without the catchphrase, without the pop culture references.
Yeah, Morrow was he was refreshing, but then he got to be a little much. It got to be like the pop culture references and like the
The yelling and the
holy
screaming.
cow, holy moly, whatever stuff. It got to be a little too much at times.
Yeah.
Um, but you know,
I got a buddy that's he don't watch wrestling, but he's a boxing guy,
mhm.
and Morrow gets on his nerves doing watching boxing.
Morrow's the same way watching boxing. He's the same way. So,
Because I remember I told him because I knew my buddy I was like because he don't really watch he hasn't watched wrestling like I'm talking like I'm talking about like even before that he's like 10 years older than me. He stopped watching wrestling like doing the surface thing.
mhm.
So he didn't even watch the Attitude Era or nothing like that.
We're still talking.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So yeah, so when I told him like Moro was coming on, he's like Moro, he's like, oh man, he gonna get on your nerves, bro.
Yeah, I mean, because I watch. He just, again, it was cool to have him in the beginning. It's just it became too much. It became like stop trying to force these pop culture. It's like you're going through Twitter and seeing what's trending today, and I'm gonna throw this in. It just kind of wears on you a bit. It just doesn't feel off.
You know who WWE should hire, man? Max Kellerman, man.
I wouldn't be mad at that. Be mad at that. He ain't doing nothing.
You know?
He ain't doing nothing. There ain't no more HBO boxing.
Yeah,
Kellerman,
man, that was when that happened. I was like, "Whoa, man, it's changing. It's a new era. It's new.
that made no sense. But they canceled boxing right as they were coming.
They don't
Like,
got Showtime boxing no more either, do they?
no, Showtime boxing.
Because it's all Dazine, whatever the fuck that shit called.
Um,
So
no, no, not necessarily. ESPN has some stuff. The last Canelo fight was on Prime,
yeah.
so
So I was like, man, no Showtime, no HBO. That's crazy, man. That's the roots of boxing, man.
Showtime doesn't really have a. I mean, they got. I think they have a streaming app, but nobody uses it. Max, I don't understand why they don't have. You need all the live.
All the all time great iconic fights was on HBO though, man.
It was built on. So like there's a book called Tinderbox. It's about the history of HBO and big book, and I started it, and I'm on. Um, the Ali Frazier fight saved it saved him. So
Yes.
what happened was they had like ESPN was the first to kind of like get like to do like satellite. So they ended up getting like some satellite link or whatever. And um the Thriller in Manila was the fight. And before it was like, they would show something, they would record the fight, and then it's like you get the footage and we'll show it a day or two later or whatever. They were the first ones to like really get the live fight. And that saved them. So then they were able to build their platform. because originally it was home box office, and they were getting like these B and C rate movies, movie theaters, and put. So once they got boxing, once they got that Thriller in Manila, and they got that satellite link, they were able to start airing um, live events, but like kind of what saved that network from like going under in its first few years to becoming being what it is.
All right,
So
I
boxing
mean,
truly is what boxing truly is what
I just read something on. They said the Lucha Brothers signing with WWE is likely a done deal as production of mass T-shirts and other promotional materials are underway. So some dude, his name is Triple H Thoughts.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I know that.
They count funny. He said the market geniuses in AEW sold zero Lucha masks in 5 years. The Lucha Brothers haven't even arrived in WWE yet, and they have merch in the pipeline already leveled.
It is. And that makes a big difference. Like we've been to AEW shows. Their merch stand sucks.
Yeah, they merch stand is terrible. I've been there, like it's like barely
There's
it,
nothing there.
it's like it's like it almost looks like I can't even describe it. It's just like one little area, and it just
It looks like a garage sale.
yeah.
It looks like a garage sale.
But that Outrunners merch is selling though.
I mean, they have a deal with Pro Wrestling Tees, and that's cool. I mean, Pro Wrestling Tees right here in Chicago, so I can you can get there anytime.
Make sure you get your Outrunners merch though.
Yeah. As much
Man,
as
I don't know why do you hate the Outrunners so much, man. They're freaking hilarious, man.
why do I hate the Outrunner? Because for the same reason, I'm pretty consistent on this at this point. Like you have all of these serious acts now that these gimmicks just don't do anything for me.
But you gotta look, man.
I
You gotta watch that
understand.
match against FTR on Collision, man. It was like old school '80s wrestling, man, and it was good wrestling. It wasn't like the gimmick wasn't all the way turned up like it normally was. They were actually wrestling a lot more seriously, man. It was some good wrestling, man.
Great.
I think you would have actually enjoyed a match if you gave it a chance, man.
I will give it a chance. Like first of all, like I have better things to do than to spend my Saturday watching Collision.
Oh no, I ain't watch it on Saturday. I watch like you could watch it on Daily Motion.
Yeah, see, and
Oh,
that's the thing. Like I don't. This is why they need streaming because I do not have the motivation to go out of my way to go through Daily Motion and these back channels of things where I got to close this box to open this box to close this box to minimize
and
this
to see they stuff.
just to see a 15-minute match. So now I gotta like scroll forward, and then after you scroll forward, they're gonna take you to an ad. So now I gotta close that ad, go back, scroll forward some more, close that ad, go back. Oh, I went too far, go back. I don't. It's just
Yeah,
much. I'm not.
yeah. I can't remember the last time I watched Collision. It got to be like when CM Punk wasn't there no more. I stopped watching.
Me too. I mean, I watched. I remember watching maybe a couple episodes after he left. This
Like,
isn't.
and then you got people saying, "Oh, the Collision now is better." Like, no, it's not. It's just fucking smart shit, man.
That's what Tony Khan said.
It's just some smart, bro. Every time somebody say Collision is better now, man, I got that graphic of Jack Cartwheel versus Nick Wayne. You would have never seen no match like that on CM Punk Collision. Nobody want to see that bullshit, man.
Collision is better. When Punk had Collision, they were what 500,000-600,000.
Yeah,
They're barely pulling 250.
yeah, man, that
They're
shit trash,
barely pulling 250.
bro. Like the fact you got a 2 hour wrestling show, on Saturday night, and you're gonna give me Jack Cartwheel versus Nick Wayne.
And
Bro,
this
that match supposed to be on Rampage or something like that. No, fucking.
that's the problem. It's like, you know how much competition you have on Saturdays?
And you're giving me Jack Cartwheel versus Nick Wayne.
Jack Cartwheel versus Nick Wayne. I got WWE pay-per-views on Saturdays. There ain't a weekend where there ain't a UFC pay-per-view on Saturday.
College football.
We got college football on Saturdays. And there's always, Saturday is a prime day. If there's something going on in town, if there's a
Yep.
comedian in town or
Yep.
a play or something, it's on a Saturday. Like,
Yep.
everything is happening on Saturday. So you need to have something that's going to make me stay on this channel. You're not presenting me with anything that's going to make me stay on this channel. So it's just like Athena in the Ring of Honor, where it's like, oh, she's doing great work. I'm not watching it. I'm not going out of my way. I'm not giving Ringer, I'm not giving them money to sign up for that app to watch
Nope.
it. And I'm not going out of my way to go through some back channels to watch it. And
Should be on YouTube, man.
it should be on YouTube. And it's the same for Collision. I'm not going out of my way to watch that because you don't have streaming. We're 5 years in, you still don't have a streaming replay anywhere. You bought rights to Ring of Honor. You got the tape library. That should be valuable for your media rights deal. You're telling me that Amazon or Tubi or Pluto TV or somebody wouldn't want this tape library and be like, hey, here, let us have Ring of Honor. Impact is on Pluto. I think they got a channel. They got a channel on Roku TV. Like, why is there not like an AEW streaming channel where I can episode?
Yep.
It could have been done. If that's not in the media rights deal, because you built up a library of 5 years of AEW. If you don't have streaming rights for in a place to put that, then it obviously must not be as valuable as you thought it was.
Yeah, man. All right, but it is what it is. Oh, before we leave off here, I want to give my thoughts
Mm-hmm.
on like the women's wrestling in WWE because it's caught some flack about like Triple H, and I've been somewhat critical, but now I kind of have a theory as to why women's wrestling in WWE is not booked the same as it was. I would say from 2015 to let's say about 2021.
Okay, I'm ready for your theory.
All right. And then I want to talk about the women's mid card title,
Mm-hmm.
where I think this could either be great or it could be a fucking disaster.
And you
But
wanted to talk about not to cut you off, but I go through and be like, all right, I reset we want to talk about because you also wanted to talk about the pay-per-views. I'm sure. I think the women's thing is going to.
yeah, yeah. But the first thing, all right. So once I ask you this question, you're gonna really catch on to what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Why is women's wrestling not booked the same? Would you say there's more men's talent in wrestling in WWE now or back then? Like, is the men's division better now or was it better back then?
What are we saying? When is back then?
Like that same era, like 2015
Oh, now.
to that really answers your question why the women don't get booked the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and people not ready for that conversation though. Like the women were booked the way they were booked out of necessity
Yeah.
because you did not have the talent in the men's division. So you had to fill that time and you had some talent. You had the four horsewomen come up and you
Mm-hmm.
had some other women come up. Now, when you got a Gunther, You got a Cody Rhodes, you got a Roman Reigns, you got a LA Knight, you got a well, I was gonna say Logan Paul, but you got a Carmelo Hayes, you got a Andrade, you got like a Bronson Reed now,
Mm-hmm.
Braun Strowman, you got a Chad Gable, you got a Braun Breaker. I could just rattle off names they got. You got a Drew McIntyre, you got a CM Punk, you got a Seth
And
Rollins,
we're talking about fresh talent.
fresh talent. Like,
And not only fresh talent, like talent fresh, not only fresh like they're new and younger to the audience, but fresh in their presentation, and that like a guy like Drew McIntyre is full on main event level.
and then you got a guy like Randy Orton that we felt at times in his career was super stale. Now he's
Yeah.
gotten rejuvenized. Like you look forward to seeing Randy Orton now.
And he doesn't win.
Nope.
And he doesn't win. So, that's and he's a Triple H guy.
Yeah.
So for him to like Lucas
Or you
him to
look forward to
lose so
seeing
much.
Sheamus matches. You
Right.
wouldn't look forward to seeing a damn Sheamus match like 5 years ago.
Not at all. Not at all. I couldn't stand Shane. Couldn't stand him.
And now Sheamus is one of my favorites on there now.
I don't mind Sheamus. I don't mind
Yeah,
Sheamus.
like
A lot.
his match, especially his matches with Gunther.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's the match he's had with Pete Dunne, he's doing some good things.
Yeah.
Like you, like even a talent like Pete Dunne is getting talent TV. Like it's like their roster is the men's division is so freaking deep from the main event to the mid card.
And this is the big thing. Pete Dunne is getting TV time.
Yeah,
And he was supposed to be the one, right? He was the one that pushed in NXT UK and then they brought over. But Pete Dunne, like I remember like the beginning of NXT UK when they had like Triple H was already interacting with Pete Dunne on that from day one.
yeah.
So you could tell like, yeah, Tyler Bate might be the guy that we could like build around, but Pete Dunne to be
And I still didn't even name Solo Sokoa, Jacob Fatu, guys in the bloodline.
yeah.
Like, like this is stacked from the mid card. They even getting more tag teams now, but they gotta like
They
push
have
them.
to build. They have to build that tag.
But it's like, bro, like the level of like the level of talent that you have in your men's division, like dwarf your women's talent. Like
It's very difficult
it's
and
like
hard to find the spot for them.
it's just hard to find a spot, and like the women's wrestling stands, they just don't want to hear that, man. They think, oh, just figure out. And it's like, okay, you say that, but it's like like how many women are truly getting reactions like that? Like and I'm glad Jack is not on the stream because I say like if you have a women's like creating a women's mid card title, you could throw a women's mid card title on Dakota Kai. That's not gonna get the fans to give a shit about her.
No,
Like
and he would. I think Jack did. He loves his Dakota Kai and his Indy Hartwell. He has his favorites, but he'll be honest and like, yeah, I don't. That's not
like
going to move the needle. I
like
just I just like them and want them to get an opportunity.
yeah, like it's like you probably got 10 women in WWE that are truly over. Like I might be generous saying that, but you got like you got Bianca and Jade, you got Nia, you got Tiffany. I say Bailey, Naomi. Then you got Rhea, Liv. Snapping my fingers,
They're
man.
not, I mean, we can't. They're out right now. Becky and Charlotte.
Becky and Charlotte.
Um,
That's probably your 10, and then like I guess you could say Io and Oscar, but it's
yeah,
like
I definitely think EO gets a good reaction. I think EO gets a good
it's like, but that's like what 12 women. Like that's it.
reaction. And we're talking about, and we're stretching.
Yeah,
Sometimes, like there are some towns where EO would get a huge reaction, and there's other
yeah,
towns it's like he's getting one, but it's not big.
yeah. It's and that's what I'm saying. We know what type of amazing talent she is, but
Right,
it's like,
right.
but
I'm just clarifying what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like
There's certain ones that's getting. It doesn't matter where they go, they're getting a big reaction, and there's some that's like they're getting it, but not quite.
and it's
I
even
think Mia Yim is starting to get a bit of a reaction.
who
It's not Mia Yim.
yeah.
I think
But
she's
I
starting to get one, but she's
but
not.
I'll tell you a woman that if they push more, she'll get reactions. Chelsea Green.
I agree. Absolutely. If I had the talent, she would be my money in the bank winner.
Yeah, and here's the thing about it: like people that complain that like, oh, Candice LeRae don't get no time. With Chelsea Green, whatever little time they freaking give her, she makes the most out of it.
Absolutely. And look, it's not a. Don't think that there wasn't any thought that went into Julia's first match being with Chelsea Green.
Yeah,
They knew exactly what they were doing, and she was the perfect talent.
yeah,
She
and
can
that's
move heel,
and-
she can sell, she can work, she can draw interest in the match. She was the star of the show at Money in the Bank.
yeah. She has a character. See, yeah, like you talking about Candice LeRae, yeah, she can do all these freaking moves, but she's boring, man. Like, rather
She
watch
should
paint
be
dry, man.
she should be in AEW.
Yep, her and her husband both should be in AEW.
They would fit much better there. And that's where, you know, people want to be like, oh, there's this all this tribalism. And it's like it's ridiculous to an extent. But it's just like it's different. WWE is more of an American based audience where they want stories and character.
Yep.
So
Like,
that's why you could trot Cody out there to do a promo this week and do a tag team match next week, and every week his segments draw.
yeah.
They have to do anything because he's a star and people want to see the star.
Yeah, it's like this guy. He said it was on Twitter, and they were talking about like in WWE the difference. He said he said Ricochet, amazing wrestler, but like zero charisma, zero aura, horrible promo.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't fit in AEW. He said LA Knight, average wrestler, but aura through the roof, charisma, mic skills. He's a
Mm-hmm.
star. and,
He's a
and
star
that's the
and
truth.
still probably a bit underutilized because he could be a main eventer.
Yeah, he could.
He could easily be a main.
He could easily. It's just main event thing kind of getting stacked though now.
It's kind of like it's like you said earlier. It's like back during the attitude and ruthless aggression area where you had all these guys that could be top guys.
Yeah.
It's getting that way now.
LA Knight, you know what I'm not comparing like their styles or how they were, but just like kind of their position. LA Knight is kind of like that Scott Hall,
Yeah.
where
Mhm.
like Scott Hall was good enough to be a main event guy,
Yes.
but it just was timing. Like it was never. He was good enough to be a main event guy, but you can't pinpoint when he should have won the title either, though. Because there was so many other guys that were stars in that era as well.
He came around at the wrong time
Yeah,
for WWE because when he came around, that's when they were kind of transitioning away from like from Hogan, when Vince was transitioning away from like the bigger guys like Hogan and Sid, transitioning into like Brett. So at that point, he was just kind of like not the guy, but he was the Intercontinental Champion, and that really meant something then, right?
yeah,
So, but then when he went to WCW, he was kind of presented like as a top guy, but we all know the story of Scott Hall, and he had those issues.
yeah. Those demons, man.
You couldn't same way with Jake Roberts, you couldn't trust him
Nope.
because we all know like you hear the stories about back in the day in the territories with the traveling champion, but I mean, we see the grind that these top guys go through.
Yep.
We see the grind that Roman and Cody and these guys go through. It's not easy.
Hell no.
It's not easy. these people get to, if you're in AEW, you might work once a week. You might take a couple weeks off because they might have you film some backstage stuff. Like, if you're a Roman, if you're a Cody, you're constantly on the road. People get to go home, do TV, do a couple house shows, and then go home. No, I need you to go to ESPN. You got to do first take. Oh, I need you to go over here.
You gotta
And,
do it
and,
big. You
and,
gotta be professional about that shit.
yeah, you gotta do more. I need you to do this signing over here. I need, it's
And like, cause I see a lot of fans online, like a lot of women's wrestling fans, they're complaining about Bianca not being in the spot. But I think Bianca wanted a break, man.
yeah. I mean, we saw that interview that she did on the pivot. Like we saw that, and it was a good interview. And she talked about how difficult it is to be a champion. He was a champion for over a year, man.
Yeah, I remember what was it? It was like 2023, man. She was everywhere.
Everywhere. She was on the Breakfast Club. She was on ESPN, and even now, everywhere. Her and Jay is still everywhere. They're on Family Feud. They're on Hot Ones. She was on that Gen show. They did her reality show. She's still everywhere. Not as much as she was when she was champion, but again, she's one of those people. Like,
She's a good people person.
she's a great people person, and it's like if something unfortunate were to happen, this is the person that you could be like, you know, Rhea got hurt. Who's going to be the one to step in to be the champion in the interim? Bianca's always going to be right. Always hold
Yep.
because she can handle the responsibility of being
And
champion.
then you got some of these people they complaining, man, I'm tired of her and stuff. Do
Mm-hmm.
you know how lucky you is to even have a woman like that, like Bianca, even in the wrestling? Like,
She's great, man. So like,
man, you got a woman like I'm just being honest, man. You got a woman that looks like that
mm-hmm.
decided to be a professional wrestler. That athletic, that talented, like you got these women on Instagram now that got millions of fucking followers and
Mm-hmm.
that are on Instagram just doing the workout routines and shit. She could easily been doing that.
Very easily.
And Bianca look a lot better than some of them women too.
She has natural.
Yeah.
She has a
And
natural.
I'm not even trying to hate on those women. I'm just saying.
We were not hating on them, but she is not. She's not. She ain't been to the chop. Been under the knife all over. For like
Yeah.
necessary
Yeah.
surgery.
Yeah.
Like, she's very fit. A nice.
So that's why I'm like, man, like the WWE, and even though I'm critical of Triple H booking her sometimes, he still definitely knows the type of star he has though with her.
He knows the star he has, but again,
And
yeah,
and
he still
she
puts a lot of responsibility on her, even if she's
and the
not
thing, great thing about her, she's humble, man, because
good.
she's humble. She hasn't let like it go to her head. Because one thing I'll say, and I'm not gonna try to rag on Sasha too much, but you could tell success went to her head.
Yeah, but I think anybody would be willing, even if you're a Sasha fan. I think you could say that pretty
Because man, she
on the
when
outside.
Sasha first started, man, she used to be super humble, bro.
Yeah, we heard the interview. We heard the interviews. I mean, look, the gift and the curse for her was that role in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, when that changed, when she got that role, man, he just got.
Gift and the curse for her. And it's not like it was. It's not like she got a big role. But she was definitely in there. I mean, I got my thoughts on like the Mandalorian and how things kind of turned out. I think she was kind of expecting to have more time in that universe. But that didn't work out, and I don't think that's her fault. But you know, that outside success, sometimes once you get that, it's hard, go in the text message back. I compared it to like Roy Jones. Like when I Smoke, I Drink hit, that was like the tail end of his prime. And it's like, all right, I'm gonna chase this high because I've been trying to do this for so long outside. And you got a little hit. Then by the time you come back, you had a fight with Tarver, he puts you down. Now you're trying to recapture this glory, and it's like you're at the tail end. You wasted the end of your prime chasing that last little success. So now when you try to run back to your main thing,
Yeah.
see how things passed you by. And I think that's what soccer's going. Nah, she's trying to recapture her old glory, and it's just not. It's not working.
Yeah, man. Because it's sad too, man. Because it's like, man, because you don't want to see because the fall from grace it's happened. It just happened a lot quicker
Mm-hmm.
than we thought, man. Man, because she's in the lowest rated segments on these shows now.
She,
Because
yeah. Once Tony Khan starts doing the Orange Cassidy thing, where like your ratings stink, so I'm gonna move you to Seg 1 where the ratings are the highest.
yeah, and it's like it's because like WWE they were able to mask any of her weaknesses, man.
Yeah.
Like they were able to mask it because like I never thought she was a great promo. God damn, I didn't know that she was this fucking bad. She
Hey,
ain't look that bad.
she was never this bad in WWE. But again, that's where it kind of is like, you need to sometimes you need to save the talent from themselves.
Yeah,
It's like you're not a good promo. And this is years after being in NXT. She was in NXT when Dusty was
yeah.
there. So you were there. So I'm not sure if it's like you're outside of that WWE system where they kind of script your stuff a little bit and you just kind of have to kind of emote your way through it.
It,
Or
it, 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 it's just like you said earlier. Sometimes the grass ain't always green on the other side.
it's always greener. Or
Man, did you
it
see
could
her?
be
How did you see her after that her car Sheeta match, bro?
yeah.
She was not happy, bro.
Well, that first of all, like you spent half the match trying to hold on to your wig.
Yeah, I don't get what's bro. You saw when the picture when she was at that premiere with Bailey
Yes. Yeah.
looked way better.
I agree. I agree. I mean,
Like
I don't know. I guess that's what she feels is part of
I'm telling you, man,
the
you've been dismissing what I've been saying about like the different hair colors and stuff. I'm telling you, I think her and Vince had a disagreement about that shit, bro.
I'm not I'm not disagreeing with you.
Because you remember when she wrestled Bianca at that Mania, right? Because she was used to wearing the green, I mean the blue hair,
Yep.
and then she wrestled Bianca, and she came out with that like black and green and
Mhm.
orange. You know that hair she had, that
Mhm.
ugly ass shit she wore at Mania that year.
Mhm.
And then you remember she took time off, and you remember when she took time off and came right back when she came back to SmackDown, what she had that blue hair again.
Which it in a way kind of was infringing on Naomi's gimmick. Because
Yeah,
those colors that she had was kind of glowish,
yeah,
very glowing,
yeah.
and it's her gimmick.
But you saw though when she came back, she had that blue hair again. I bet you Vince was like, "Nah, don't do that again."
I wouldn't. I'm not putting it past. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think that could have been a bone of contention. Um,
Because
I'm
like
saying
I
is,
remember the Undertaker said Vince was pissed when he was the American Badass.
yeah, yeah.
So if Vince was pissed at somebody like Undertaker, he ain't gonna fucking
I'm not going to budge on it. On
on Sasha. Sasha will get even worse. So
I agree with you. I just think that for whatever reason, she thinks that that is part of the CEO presentation. I I don't think it helps, but I don't know. But from the outside looking in, to me, it thinks
Her,
that big and no
her,
colors in there is part of what
but
makes
her presentation in WWE was so simple but effective, though.
it was. But the boss gimmick worked. It worked, and it was simple, but it was effective. Like you said, like this CEO seems like
Cheap ripoff.
it seems like a rip off of that, but with again her bad instincts and nobody, especially that she now that she has creative control, she's going completely unchecked, and
Yep.
it doesn't matter how bad everybody thinks it is. Like she's honest, it's the ratings are the ratings. We see week after week they plummet in her segments. What
And
you
then when her segment's over, they come back.
exact that's the biggest indication of what you're doing is not working. It's not working. So I
You
mean,
saw I showed you she had the lowest segment, and
yeah,
then when her segment was over,
they
55K came back.
came back.
Damn, that means they're not watching you. They're turning off when you come on their screen.
And it's like I could see if that happened one week, I might be able to give you, like, all right, it have been something else in that segment. We're looking at week, we're talking a number of weeks where her segment, creators, the next segment. So then all of a sudden, Tony Khan moves one where
And
they're
then
where
the
where
one thing that you'll think, okay, she'll do great in her matches. It's like, yeah,
her matches ain't been there. Like
they ain't hitting like Sasha Banks matches was in
I
WWE.
they're not. And she is a solid talent. She's solid. But she killed it with that wig.
And then I said somebody I told because I was talking to somebody because I like fucking with these trolls
Yeah.
and Sasha stands they get so mad. I was like, man, she hasn't had, but they was like, oh well, you're being critical and she hasn't been that long, so you can't judge it after just 6 months. I said, how long did it take Bryan Danielson to have a great match in AEW?
Not long because
Right out the gate with Kenny
you know how
Omega.
many 5-star matches he's had since he's been in AEW.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, right out the gate, he had one with Kenny Omega. Remember the half-hour match? One of the like, because Kenny Omega, I'm off and on about. Sometimes he gets on my nerves, but him and Bryan Danielson had a really great match,
He gets on
and
my
that was like
nerves.
Bryan Danielson's just first match in the company. Like that was his first real match in the company, wasn't it?
I think so. I feel like that was his first match. I could be wrong, but I think, especially since Tony Khan loves to go straight to those like dream match.
No, no, I think his first match in the company was against one of the Young Bucks. I think
I mean that we're talking about it. Let me see if it should be on like Cage, man.
it's on 2021.
Let's
I
see.
remember him wrestling one of the Young Bucks, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
but
I
that
don't know if that was before the Kenny Omega match or after though.
yeah, I'm not really counting that. Like that was more of a tune-up match.
Well, his first real serious match was against
Right,
Kenny Omega though.
exactly. I know. I get what you're trying to say when you're talking about his matches.
Like it didn't take him long to go out there and have a great match. Why is taking Sasha so long?
His
No, I don't
first
necessarily
his
outside.
first match was at Grand Slam versus Kenny Omega.
Oh, okay, so yeah,
That was his first match since um
Roman match.
the London match.
So wow, his first match, he went out there and had a great match.
Yep.
And Sasha still hasn't had a great match in AEW yet.
And the second match was
Like now, like I don't think her match with Willow Nightingale was bad by any means. I thought it was, good. Her match with Vacker was, good.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
she hasn't had that classic Sasha. Like we haven't had that Sasha versus Bianca, Sasha versus Bailey, Sasha versus Becky, Sasha versus Charlotte. We haven't had one of those in AEW.
We have not, and I've said for in her defense, all throughout WWE, and even in her run at NXT, I said up and down the card, out of all of the women on that roster, 99% of them had their best matches.
Yeah,
So like that's kind of she was kind of like the female Omega. It was like the best. He was able to pull a great match out of anybody. Even
yeah.
when people were getting tired of Ronda Rousey, she pulled a great match out of her.
Pulling good matches out of Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, yeah.
Even
Even
Carmella.
Nia, even Nia when Nia wasn't good.
Hell, she was even pulling good matches out of Carmella.
Yeah, yeah. So like they were in. I know the first Willow match in New Japan, she got hurt. Came back and had the match with Willow, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but like the problem is like in her matches, the other ones are shining more than she is.
Yeah,
Like in the match with Willow in the rematch, Willow stood out to me.
yeah,
Willow stood out. In her match with Stephanie Vacker stood out.
yeah. And
It
she was
felt like
boxing in that match too, man.
yeah, yeah. Um with Sheeta, I mean, I thought their TV match was better than their
Yep.
their TV match was better than their all out match.
But the Britt Baker match,
Even
woo.
aside from the wig thing, their TV match was better.
But the Britt Baker match, woo.
The Britt Baker match was terrible. But I've said for a long time I thought Britt Baker and I think she's like I think I think Sasha is starting to get in that ball too, where they once were on top and just passed them by. There's other talent out there that's a little like before Saraya was like it was very good. It was her
Yeah.
and Jay, and then those other girls came up, and
And just passed her by.
unfortunately she got injured. Like before we could really see if she could really hang with them.
And the sad reality is a lot of Sasha fans, they're in delusion. They think that she's still this upper level. She got to prove it, but it looks like other women are just passing her by now.
Yeah, it
It
does.
looks like it looks like she had her time,
Hmm.
and now like she's gonna have to have like a Randy Orton like resurgence where she feels fresh again. She don't feel fresh right now.
I agree. I agree. She does not feel fresh. And Camille out there should enhance her,
You
but
know,
it's not. It's not. And the longer it goes on, the more it's going to feel like she's
I remember I sent you that text about, oh, Sasha's gonna wrestle that girl from New Japan. He's like, I have no interest in that.
don't care. Like it's like you said, her run in AEW has not been inspiring. Her not been inspiring at all. So it's like, do I want to see it? Not really. I really don't. I really don't want to see anything with her.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy because she was supposed to be their big acquisition, the one where they said, "Hey, man, the women's division at AEW needs help. She's going to come in there and she's going to be the one that's going to have these bangers with all these women." And it just hasn't worked out that way.
Yeah.
It just hasn't worked out that way. And then they miss out on Julia. Then they miss out on Stephanie. And so it's like, all right, again, this all again comes down to their lack of development. because we're 5 years in. At this point, I know they were trying to give Julia Hart a run before she got injured, but Julia Hart should have been developed. Your Anna Jay should have been developed.
Yeah.
These talents that you should have been putting time in.
It's in year 5, man. Anna Jay should be competing for the title and shit now.
She should. He should. And, we've
And
talked about the lack of development before. And it's not just with the women, it's with the men too.
I already told you, man, if Anna Jay would have started in WWE, she'd have been on the main roster right now. Because Anna Jay, especially at WWE, Anna Jay is what they look to push in WWE. She has the WWE stimulus package.
She has the look. She has the look. And in the beginning, she looked fairly competent in the ring. And for whatever reason, it just seems like she regressed. It's probably because she just didn't get enough work.
Yep.
Because they don't have house shows. And it's like that tweet that you sent out, that you retweeted when it was like, when the Liv Morgan training video.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, training is cool, but it's not like working the live.
Hell no, man. We got people gassing up that training video. I'm like, man.
We see training. I see Natalia posting training videos every day.
You know what somebody said about that training video had me rolling?
Mm-mm.
They said that training video is the same when you see every offseason Ben Simmons hitting threes.
It's funny, but it's the same. It's the same sort of thing. It's like it's fine. You're showing me this video, but you're still not shooting threes in the game.
Like, that training video don't mean nothing, man.
It
It's
doesn't.
like
It doesn't.
That don't mean you could do that like in a live match.
And she was boxing in the. I saw when she jumped on the second rope. Her foot slipped the first time.
Foot slip, yeah, man.
I seen it.
Almost botched it.
Right.
I'm like, what are these people watching, man?
So it's like the training video. Look, I'm not going to knock you for training. Good train, but it's like we've said from the beginning. They're not running house shows, so there's no way for this talent to get better.
And then I saw a video where it was like they were talking about Alexa Bliss, and they showed like it was a training video. It's like she was doing a whole bunch of athletic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I say this too, and I pissed off some Liv Morgan stands. I said Alexa Bliss is a better worker than Liv Morgan is.
Far better. It's not even close.
Yeah, like and but it was a video where people was like, man, they feel like they Alexa Bliss that she's held back because Alexa Bliss comes from that gymnastic background, so she could do all that athletic shit too if she wanted to.
Yeah,
and they said like some people were like it was a video where like they said like they feel like they purposely tell Alexa to hold back and stuff. Mm-hmm. Alexa either seen the video and commented on it, and she said she actually said she said she don't mind the criticism, but she said basically she said she's been a bad guy for most of her career. Mm-hmm. She said that she said I could do that stuff in the ring, but that's not my job as a bad guy. My job as a bad guy is to get you for you to hate me.
Exactly.
So she said she basically was telling them it makes no sense for her to do all that stuff and pop the crowd.
Yeah, that's exactly. See, but that's psychology that they're teaching them there that they're not getting taught in. And that's why you have these heels that are going out and having these 15-minute matches with baby faces where they're showing everything off too.
Because
no reason why you should be kicking out of any finishes on TV.
Yeah. And like because like me right now, I say this all the time. Nia Jax is probably the only real heel in the women's division right now. Like she is legit the only real heel in the women's division. Like a heel that actually gets heat. What other heel get any kind of heat close to what Nia Jax gets in the women's division? You can't think of any.
I get your point. I get your point. I mean, I know people would say Liv gets heat.
Not like
I
Nia.
I understand what you're saying in terms of heat. Like she's kind of getting that heat just from being like affiliated with Dom.
Yeah.
Well, and it's just like, all right, Dom is this scumbag for turning on, and Liv is just kind of sapping off of that. So I understand it.
And Nia wrestles. She's gotten better. She wrestles the way a woman her size is supposed to wrestle.
She's gotten better. She's gotten better.
And like that, she ain't trying to impress. And then when she cuts her promo, she's always condescending to the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's not trying to get. She's not coming up with catchphrases for you to chant and shit like that. Because the Rhea originally was supposed to be a heel, but Rhea, I think it's gonna be hard for her to ever be heel or babyface. She's just gonna have to be tweener, man. Because she, like you would say, she way her character is better as a heel,
Yeah, it should be, but the fans like her too much.
like her too much. But then she does things that make the fans like her too, though.
Yes, exactly,
And
exactly.
like I know you don't like Edge, but Edge was talking about when he was a heel
Mm-hmm.
and how he would get heat because he said he wanted to have no redeemable qualities.
Right.
Nothing. That's why he would did when he first brought the idea to Vince how he should cash in the Money in the Bank because he was the first Money in the Bank winner.
Right.
He said it makes no sense for a scumbag heel like me to cash this in a regular match. I should do some just cowardly stuff like that and cashing in after the match takes place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what like a cowardly scumbag heel would like him would do.
Right. Oh, like
And,
Christian's gonna do.
yeah, and, yeah, and then like I don't know, you probably stopped watching around that time, but like when Edge would wrestle, man, he would do so much. He would just try. He would always try to just cheat every single time he wrestled. He
Mm-hmm.
like he had a ride. He had like a series of matches with Batista where he beat Batista three straight times, and he cheated all three straight times
Mm-hmm.
to beat
Yeah,
Batista.
I
And
was kind of in and out.
but you talk about a
I
guy
know
like
what you're talking
Batista.
about. I know what you're
You
talking
know
about.
how rare it was for Batista to lose three straight times to somebody,
Yeah, Batista wasn't. He couldn't lose. Like,
but he lost three straight title matches to Edge, and so the stipulation was that he couldn't challenge Edge for the title no more. But he lost three straight times, and all three straight times Edge cheated to win those matches. But that's how you, as a heel, you could have a babyface lose like that, and he don't lose no steam.
exactly.
But, because you had to use under, and we were talking about this. Like
Underhanded.
a lot of the heels are not even cheating anymore, man.
Mm-mm. And heels can do more to cheat than just a run in.
Yeah,
As good as the bloodline stuff was in
it
Roman,
got repetitive.
it got repetitive. It got repetitive. Roman could cheat in other ways.
Yeah,
He could cheat in other ways. Like the genius thing was when in that first Hell in a Cell match that him and Jay had when he gave him the
low blow.
no that that is perfect heel tactics. That is perfect. And
It was unique too because he was kicking out of
yes,
a pin,
yes, yeah,
so he could make it look like he wasn't really trying to do that.
right. Something like that. That's the way a heel could win and cheat out,
But
having
I
to
like
do incessant.
I like that him and Jay they called back to it when Jay in the tag team match.
Mhm. Yep, yep. And that was a great callback. So I would like to see my heels do cheat in ways like that. Do something else, you know. hit him with a poke in the eye real quick while the back.
All right. I got one more thing I want to talk about before I leave because it's getting late now.
Mm-hmm.
This women's mid card title. It can either be good or it could be a disaster. I'm leaning towards disaster. I'm not gonna lie because I know what Triple H is gonna try to do, and it's not gonna work. All right, so I'm gonna give you a babyface way I would book this, and then I'm gonna give you the heel way I would book this.
Mm-hmm.
My heel way, the babyface and the heel way both could work, but I think my heel way will work a lot better. So here's the babyface way I would do it. So you're probably gonna have two of these titles, right? One on Raw and one on SmackDown. So what I would do, I'd say probably on Raw. All my underutilized women, like my Natalias, my Zoe Starks, my Kyrie Sanes, all these talented Dakota Kais.
Mm-hmm.
They would, they'll have something to compete for. They'll be able to compete for that title. And then on SmackDown, my women that are like the top level talents, but not in the main picture, they would compete for that title. So now you have one of the titles where it's kind of like a secondary main title,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other one would be like pure mid card, where it's like the underutilized women are competing for it. Now, here's my heel way. Fuck them underutilized women. Shit, I'm like, the way I've got it booked on SmackDown is gonna be booked the same way on Raw. So Io, Rhea, any of my women that's top on Raw, shit, you competing for that title too. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all both like because you look at I'll book it the way that AEW's booked the TBS title. You look at the TBS title, you could technically say it's a mid card title, but most of the women that have won that title have been like upper level women.
Yeah.
Like Julia Hart is probably the only one that fits because like the first champ was Jade Cargill. She was a top girl.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Statlander, who's in that fringe top girl level. Then
You kind of play. They've kind of dabbled with her in that.
like she's in that fringe top girl level. Julia Hart, you could like pure mid card. You could be like that's pure mid card. Like Willow is kind of in that fringe top woman level, and
Willow.
Mercedes.
Eh, yeah,
No,
Willow is not.
no, she's
She's
fringe
a
top
top.
level, man, because
She's
she
a
gets some of the biggest pop. She's over, man.
no. I like Willow, and we say she's over, but he's used her as like a high level jobber. Like she's not going to win,
Yeah,
and
but
even
I
if
can't
she
put Willow
won,
just strictly mid card, man. She's one of the most over
I
women
can't
on that roster.
I can't put her strictly mid card either. But that's what I'm like. She's a high level jobber
Well,
because
Willow's higher than fucking Julia Hart, though.
yes, I agree. She's higher than Julia Hart.
And then you got Mercedes, who we'll still call her top level for right now.
We'll call her top level. She's getting treated and was brought in to be top.
But so the TBS title in AEW has not been no like lower like mid card title. It's kind of like almost like a secondary women's title.
Yeah, and we don't. I don't know why that is. Because
It,
again, like there was never, and this is something I've said 1,000 times. There's never really much crossover between it. Like the women that competed for the women's title didn't really compete for the. You didn't see Jade fighting the Thunder Rosas and the Jamie Haters and that sort of stuff. So I agree. It has secondary women's.
so if I add these new women's titles, hey, all my stars competing. Hey, Bianca, Jade, Tiffany, all the top level, Naomi. Y'all winning these titles. Shit, fuck Tegan Knox. Fuck Candice LeRae. I don't give a damn about them.
You know,
Like,
well, the
because
good
I'm
thing
like, because
is they'll
if you,
actually give it work. They'll actually. The good thing about having a mid card title is they'll actually get opportunity.
yeah, get an
They
opportunity,
don't win because I have to expand the pool. So if I don't have like I got a top women's champion and I got a mid card champion, they need somebody to face. Because if your mid card champion will usually be facing the top person, so I gotta elevate those people, then that means I need the Tegan Knoxes, I need the Candice LeRae's, I need the Indy Hartwells, for the guys lose to my mid.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
They'll
like
get
people,
more opportunities. They just
but they ain't gonna win.
no.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm like that's how I'm like saying is that okay, they can have matches and stuff, but I'm putting like because I saw some comments because Bianca had made a comment it's like they need a
Mid card title.
secondary title, and then you saw some comments like, oh, I hope it ain't another title for her just to dominate and win. Like you're a fucking idiot. She should win that fucking title. It gives it fucking credibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like shit, like if you want people to actually care about that title, they got to be real talent. Like if you start putting that title on the fucking Candice LeRae's and Dakotas and the Tegan Knoxes and all these women, the Lyras that nobody cares about, that title nobody. There's just gonna be a title that when they have matches, it's gonna get no reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you happen to break through, let's say a Candice LeRae has matches for that title and she breaks through. And then also it gives them an opportunity to have those longer matches since
Yeah.
it's not for the women's title. So if they happen to break through and she starts getting fans, then yeah, she can get elevated then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you just put the title on someone like her and then put her against another girl that's just not even over, that title is gonna be dead in the water.
You like the women's tag titles.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say, man, I'm like me. I'm putting on the stars, man. Like I'm like right like so like if let's say if they were to present those titles right now, who would my champions be? On Raw, definitely EO is gonna be the first champion on Raw,
Mm-hmm.
and then on SmackDown gonna be Naomi. Like I'm getting one of two of my bigger star talents. I'm not putting it on those freaking Dakota Kai or Candice LeRae or
Mm-hmm.
Indy Hartwell or Kyrie Sane or no,
They could be the speed champion.
huh?
They could be the speed champion.
Yeah, they could be the fifth. Like, yeah, I'm not putting title on Lyra Valkyria and Zoe Stark and fuck no. Like I'll put it on two of my women that are over.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm putting on I'm putting on one of them.
Yeah, they can.
And they can elevate it. Becky Lynch is gonna win that title at one point. Charlotte Flair is gonna win it at one point. Like all the star level women, Bianca gonna win it. Then she could become Grand Slam champion. That's a new avenue to become Grand Slam champion. Because the only other avenue is winning the NXT title. I'm tired of just hearing these rumors about Bianca should go back to NXT and win it. Fuck no.
Be stupid. He doesn't. Why?
I hate it when Becky Lynch did it.
I didn't like it either, but I understood.
Yeah, I'm
This,
like,
this, this was that was in the middle of their like we're going to send main roster talent to NXT to try to boost the numbers to get a ratings deal.
no, go ahead and keep it real because we talked about this before. It was because they wanted to keep Becky and Rhea separate.
Well, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. They definitely wanted to keep them separate, and they used that during the ratings war to do that. And Becky very clearly wanted to put over her fellow Irish.
Yeah.
So like it was a perfect storm of events.
Oh yeah, and then I forgot to mention We was talking about this with Jack because we were having a little disagreement about like women who would be champion if it were two titles or women if it was just one title.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a list of women that I know good and well have only won the title because it was two titles.
Okay.
So for sure, we know Carmella. Carmella ain't winning no title if it was one title.
Yeah, I agree.
Or Nikki Cross, definitely not.
He was a joke. That I don't even care.
But she's still technically a champion, so
He's technically a champion, and that was
you
a real.
might disagree. You might disagree with me on this, but Liv Morgan, in my opinion,
I
I
disagree.
know it's a tough one, but
I disagree on that. Because they've been working with her. She is fairly popular. I don't. I think she's one that was popular enough to where Becky's gone, Charlotte's hurt, Bailey was already champ, Oscar's out. We're running out of people. Let's give this girl.
all right. Now, the next person I'm gonna say, I'm not talking about where she at now. I'm just saying back then it wouldn't have happened if it was just one title. I don't think Nia Jax would have won the title.
No, she wouldn't.
And this is gonna be really controversial because we both like this woman, and she's one of the sweetest women in the wrestling industry. But I honestly don't think Naomi would have won the title either if it was just one title.
I don't think she wins if there's one champion.
Yeah, so I was just saying
But
there's a
and
and I like Naomi,
she
man.
has gotten organically over. But man, she won that. Didn't she win that like in Florida?
Yeah, but she won it previously, but then she had to give it up because she got injured,
Right,
and
right.
then she came back and won it again.
Against Bailey, I think.
No, it was like some. I was at that WrestleMania. It was like some battle SmackDown Women's like battle royal
Yeah,
or some
you're
shit.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. It was like a battle royal or elimination.
Yeah,
6-pack challenge or something.
yeah, some.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so
Yeah,
and I like Naomi, but I don't think she wins the title if it's just one title, bro.
I don't think so either. I don't think they. She did get over organically and have a big react, and the crowd still react to her. I don't think that she would have.
But I think I might change my mind. So I guess the because I was saying about should it be just one women's title and you have a big women's division, but then it's like yeah, it's like it's just some they're gonna have to get some just to get some more women talent up because it's like what ends up happening is like I think right now, so see like last year you had SmackDown had an extremely strong women's roster.
Yeah,
It was just loaded, and then Raw was just trash. And then now it's like they try to even shit out, and now it just seems like both rosters for the women is just terrible now. Like it's just well, I won't say terrible, but it's just two mediocre rosters now.
there's not enough talent for the people to work.
So it's like they're in this weird situation where you're either gonna have a stacked roster on one side and one side just be really bad, or you're just gonna have two mediocre rosters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just ends up happening. So yeah, they're gonna like if they're gonna try to keep pushing the women and stuff, then they're gonna have to get some of these talents. That's why when you got these talents like Julia and Vacker, Delta, they don't need to be in NXT 2-3 years, man.
No. Yeah.
And then you got Vacker, she's 31, Julia's 30. They're
Mm-hmm.
not they're not old by any means, but they're not like spring chickens either. So it's like these are their prime years. They don't need to be in NXT super long in their prime years. You want to maximize them prime years they got.
But it's like I said before. Like I wish they went back to their old formula, like they did back in the days. Got this talent in. They had a little 2 3 month run where it's like, all right, we brought you in. You know, they always they always debuted them on the NXT Takeover special, sitting in the crowd, high. Then the next special, they win the championship. They have their first match, Dillinger or some like Tyler Breeze, and then the next takeover, they win a championship.
You want to know what I
Move
would do
on.
if I was holding the pen?
And then they move on, and then they come back at the next takeover after being on the main roster for a month or two, and they lose the rematch, and it's goodbye. 3 months, you learned the WWE system, you learned how we do promos, you learned how to do the TV, you learned this. Thank you, goodbye. You know, that's I think that's the best way, but you don't have to do that for everybody. Like I said, like
Well,
somebody like a Ricky Starks, no sense of putting him in NXT, assuming he were to come there. A Wardlow, straight to the main roster. Certain
you,
guys.
you, you know what I would do if I was running NXT?
But
So you got Julia right in NXT.
mhm.
I don't think she don't need that much time in NXT. I have her little run in NXT. She'll make her main roster debut at the Royal Rumble.
Mhm.
So let's say the rumor is true. They're going to continue Rhea and live all the way to WrestleMania, even though I wouldn't.
Oh no, I hope not.
I would have Rhea win this title at this fucking show they about to have right now if I was running it. But that's just me. Uh, but if they happen to do that, what's another women's match you can get at WrestleMania? Io versus Julia.
Hmm.
Like, why not? Now, the one thing that could kind of throw this off, though, is we all know Julia's going to win that NXT Women's title.
Yes.
So it's like if Julia's the NXT Women's Champion, that could kind of complicate things because then now she has to have like a match at the NXT show
Hmm.
the day before or something, and it's like, yeah. And then do you make her and Io an NXT Women's title match? But then you're trying to sell this NXT Women's title match in NXT.
No.
Or you could what you could simply do is she just don't be in NXT. Like she could stay in NXT. She can get called up to the main roster and she just relinquishes the title. And you have some sort of tournament for the new NXT Women's Champion.
I mean, you could do that. I mean, it's she's going to debut, or
I,
she's
I,
going to
I
have.
know that'll piss off some marks because they're gonna want to see Julia against certain talents. But I'm like, bro, Julia,
She doesn't even.
we're in September, so she debuted in September, right?
Yep.
Beginning September, so September, October,
October
November.
1st is going to be that title. Is going to be when she wins the
Yeah, but like I'm talking about like her start date. So she
title.
started September the 1st. So September, October, November, December, January, and the Royal Rumble's in February now. So you're talking about like 6 months. She'll be in NXT. That's all she needs. Like you debut her at the Royal Rumble, and then let her start a program with her and Io for WrestleMania.
Hmm.
She can
It's simple to me. She wins. Your booking idea is perfect.
she
She wins
wins,
the
she
title
wins, and then like she
all the
debuts,
way up to the Royal Rumble. Let her
and
be
then
the champion in the Royal Rumble. Say, hey, look, who's the next entrant? Oh, it's Julia. She's the NXT champion. Have have her throw Io out. She ends up getting eliminated. She has a title match at the next takeover. Io comes in there, distracts her, makes her lose the title. WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yep.
Very simple. Do you know how many WrestleMania feuds started with, "Oh, you threw me out of the Royal Rumble, you ruined my chance." You know,
Yeah.
very you do it that's a layup right
It was a layup. Yep.
there. And again, that's perfect. She wins the title in October, November, December, January, February. We're talking 3, 4 months. She's in and out.
Yeah, because
So
they
there
got
was
it.
a
They got
jump
an NXT.
to
They have an NXT PLE in February too.
right.
Before yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, she could drop the title to whoever. Whoever Cora Jade, whoever you want to drop
right.
title to.
Nikita Lyons.
Yeah. And he caught me off guard. I was like, just yeah. I don't like. You got people out here saying, man, she needs to go on a reign like Oscar, but longer. I'm like, no, the fuck she did. No.
No, no. She's too big of a star. She does not need to be there now.
Yeah, like you should be trying to get her on the main roster as soon as possible to make good on your investments.
Mm-hmm. Let her have some title defenses with some people while she's down there. Let her have her title defense with Lash Legend. Let her have her title defense with Peter Parker. Let her have her title defense against Lola Vice. She could do that on TV.
Yep.
And then, once she drops it, she moves on up. She doesn't need to be there long.
Nope.
She doesn't need to be there long. Her, Vacker, and Delta are all talents. Like I've seen Julia, I've seen Vacker, they're talents. I haven't seen Delta. I'm out of my way to. But I mean, looking at her size, she's going to be fine. You don't need all three of them there. All three of them should be staggered.
Like I said, man, if you sign three talents like that at one time, I'm sending one of them to the main roster.
Yeah, I agree. You have to send one to the main roster, and then the other one you stagger it. So it's like, all right, Julia's debuting now. You debut, like Vacker has already worked, like the house shows in like Mexico.
Yeah.
She's already acquainted with some of the main roster people. I move her up immediately. I just heard her move straight to there
So
because
you were saying that Armando Estrada.
yeah, pair her with Armando Estrada. It'll be perfect. It'll be fine.
Or but Selena De La Renta, but she's pregnant right now, so
She's pregnant.
yeah. I guess you haven't been seeing MLW lately.
No, no reason to watch MLW. Jacob
I watched a little bit. I can't watch a full show though, but yeah, she's pregnant.
Fatu and Hammerstone aren't there anymore. I honestly couldn't care less.
Yeah, that's why she can't. Yeah, man.
She's pregnant. Dang. But that you know what? I don't care if she's pregnant. I don't because she's so good. And even if she can't do anything now, I would still try to get her
Yeah.
to
Oh yeah.
eventually get to the point of her representing Stephanie. Like,
She got history with the Lucha Bros too.
right, right. I think that would be perfect. I mean, it'll be another Hispanic statement, but it will
It would
be
be better than any of the
it'll
Hispanic
be
staples
better
they
than
got.
exactly. It'll be better, and it makes sense given the
But you know what I get tired of? People say, "Oh, well, they put the black people to black people, the Hispanic people to Hispanic people." Like, I'm like, who do you rather be around? Your people?
we
Or
pair up naturally like that anyway.
yeah, like if I go to an event and it's white people and black people, I'm gonna gravitate where the black people at.
Yeah, yeah. Now that doesn't mean that I can't. There won't be like a Farouk and JBL situation that pops.
Yeah,
If that happens, that happens. But
yeah,
I won't gravitate to who I'm most comfortable with.
exactly.
My people. But now the only thing is what you do after that.
Yeah,
You can't have the
don't have
LWO in Legando del Fantasma fight forever. Like
Uh,
eventually,
uh,
they got to move forward with some.
as long as you don't do what Vince did, like yeah, the Mexicals coming out on lawnmowers.
That's going that's going too far. But
Yeah, look, had them dudes coming out on straight lawnmowers, man. That motherfucker was.
that was but I love Selena De La Renta, not just as a you know she's a phenomenal talent in that
Yeah, but yeah, because because the thing is, man, you don't want to bring in too many women like that, and then you start killing your homegrown talent.
role. Right. You
And
don't.
that and that's the thing everybody keeps overlooking. They keep getting excited. Oh my god! Like I'm sure you've seen these like memes. It's like you know how you got the meme where you're walking down and you got the pathways, and
Yeah.
then they had three pathways: Delta, Vacker, and
Yeah.
Julia for Roxanne Perez. But it's like, man, you got to be careful. And then now they're talking about, and then like you get these fans clamoring, oh, they should get this woman. You create if you start doing that, you create another black and gold situation
Yep. Yep.
where you're not developing any homegrown talent. Like you're doing some good things. You done called up Tiffany Stratton. You're developing Jada Parker right now. So Ruka, you Kalani Jordan. Like you want to keep. And then what I hope they don't do, because a lot of people's like, man, Julia is challenging for the NXT Women's Title. Backer should challenge Kalani Jordan for the no, she should
No.
not.
No.
Because
No.
now you created two unbeatable champions for both of your titles now.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's why you stagger them. That's why
Yeah.
you Julia debut now. And if you were to put Vacker in NXT, you don't debut her in NXT until January.
Yep. And
Do
then
it
she
in
then
January.
she well, it's your idea. She should be the one to challenge Julia for the
And she'll be
NXT
the one
woman.
to challenge Julia.
And then
In January.
she's a believable threat.
Right.
And like the idea, if you want to do that EO Sky segment, like okay, EO comes out distract, Vacker, hits her finish, 1, 2, 3.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'm not sure. I don't think Vacker speaks a lot of English. If she
No, she don't.
I don't
She's
think
very limited in.
yeah, I think from the interviews I've seen, I think she's very, very limited. So you have 3, 4 months to, get accustomed, try to learn some English, you know, um, you can have her working the house shows, with these younger talents in NXT, because do they still like do little shows in Florida in front of 20 people or whatever?
No, they still got NXT house shows. Yeah.
Yeah. So have her work with the younger talent there while she's like learning her English and doing that. So then come January, when you debut her, you can have her have a little feud with, whatever heel that you want her to overcome before she gets Julia, or whatever baby face you want her to overcome.
Yeah, like me, I'm not trying to have all these women in NXT at the same time, man.
It's too much. Again, you don't want to. Your veterans that you have in NXT should be there strictly to get the talent that you're developing.
Yep,
They should not, if you have aspirations of them being on the main roster, it should be a quick stop just to get adjusted to WWE.
yep. Like so, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like these women that experience and have high feelings,
Mm-hmm.
they should be there. It's like it should be like a bridge, like a
Yeah,
bridge.
absolutely.
Like you're just there. It's like a pit stop.
We're
Like
introducing you to the audience. We're introducing you to how we do things, how we work, uh, college is like. Do you know how to wrestle in front of a camera? Do how to play to the hard camera? Do you know how to, engage the crowd? We're doing that. And then, 3 months, goodbye.
Yeah, and it like because it was this guy on Twitter. It was because somebody had made a complaint about Jamie Hayter's booking, and somebody was like, "Man, Paul and they was like HBK and Triple H, they'll love to go ahead and get her and get her over to NXT." I said, "Bro, Jamie Hayter would not be going to no. If Jamie Hayter went to WWE, bro, she would decline if they tried to make her go to NXT. Like NXT is a waste of time for someone like her."
Mhm.
And and
And
I,
for me,
and he was like, he was like, "Man, because you know some of these people that love NXT, like y'all have to stop looking at NXT like it's a downgrade and all. You know, for someone like Jamie Hayter, NXT is a fucking downgrade.
it is a downgrade. If I sign a contract with you, like if Jamie Hayter signs a contract with WWE, she's not signing an NXT contract.
No, and
She's signing
like
a main roster contract.
you
I
can't
would
compare her
understand.
situation to Vacker and Julia either
No,
because they've never wrestled on national television in the United
exactly,
States.
exactly, and that's such a big difference. They've never wrestled on television in the United States.
She never, and Jamie Hayter
Heard
is a former world champion
right
wrestling in the United States on the second biggest promotion.
in AEW. She
Yeah,
has such a big. We're not
like
even talking about that. We're talking about even if you look at the money,
yeah,
like an NXT deal, we're talking like five figures. I'm not signing you to a six figure deal and having you stuck in NXT for 2 years. I'm
yeah,
not getting a return on my investment.
yeah. It's like if I'm Jamie Hayter, I'm like, you know what? I'll take my chances and try to get over on the main roster.
Right, right.
I want to get going to I guarantee you got dumbass fans that'll think if let's say Mariah May contract went out in 2 years, they'll think Mariah May be going to NXT. Stupid. That's how dumb some of these marks are.
No, no, it all depends. Again, it all depends on positioning. Pillman
Man,
Jr. was not a star in
yeah,
NXT was the right avenue for
I'm
him. A
like me.
Cargill star. It
Yeah,
would be stupid to have her ever go
if
straight to the main roster.
if I wrestled in AEW and I've won any, if especially a women's wrestler, if I wrestled in AEW and I've won any sort of title, whether it's the TBS title or the women's title, you better not try to come at me talking about some damn NXT.
That
I
ain't it.
don't. If I'm Julia Hart, you better send me to the main roster.
You can send me to NXT if you want to. Give me my main roster money.
Or yeah, just give me my straight. I'll say this:
I don't mind boosting up your NXT numbers as long as I'm getting paid.
main roster money.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I'll say this: I'm Julia Hart, and you try to send me to NXT. I'm like, yep, Tony Khan, how much you gonna pay me?
Mm-hmm.
Because
And
like,
you know what he's going to do? Pay.
is he gonna pay? Because like,
Yep.
why? Like, if I'm and I don't even think Julia Hart's that good. It's just the fact that she's been a champion on a major wrestling promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I go and wrestle in the minor leagues?
That doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Like, and the fact that this motherfucker said Jamie Hayter, I gotta find the tweet, man, because it was hilarious, bro. Man,
Yeah, haters too good. Haters too good.
I,
TK.
I gotta find the tweet because it was.
Who else would?
Here it is right here. Jamie Hayter only got a total of 10 minutes of TV time since blah blah blah. Then some guy commented. He said when she joins Julie and Steph in NXT. So I responded. I said she would not be going to NXT. That would be a waste of her time. I said she's been on national TV and can speak English fluently. she would go straight to the main roster, just like Jade Cargill.
Absolutely.
This guy responded. He said Steph and Julie and Steph didn't go to NXT just because of their. No, he said Julie and Steph didn't go to NXT because of their English. So Jade went to the main roster because she looks like a megastar. So I responded. I said, "Man," he didn't respond back to me. After this, I said, "Man, what is y'all obsession with every single person going to NXT?" I said, "Going to NXT is a waste of time for someone like Jamie Hayter." I said, "Plus, you would destroy your homegrown talent that you've been building if you keep constantly bringing in talent that's way better than them at a rapid pace."
Mm-hmm.
I guess he didn't respond because he knew I was telling the truth.
It doesn't make sense.
Because, like,
You're going to have a cup of coffee there, but you
you know,
can't.
these marks ain't looking for a cup of coffee. They want them to. They want to have their little fucking dream matches and shit, man.
It's stupid. You can have the dream match years
On
down
them,
the line once you
yep,
develop it and meet me on the main roster.
yep. Like,
I don't
because
need
like,
it.
because that's what, because like me and LV 54
Mhm.
used to have conversations about this, man. And the NXT black and gold style of wrestling was his style of wrestling that he actually liked.
Yeah, that was his style.
But he even said, I remember he said this back then, and I got to give him credit because LV's kind of an AEW mark, but he's not
He's
bad like some of these. Like he could
he'll
tell the
call out
truth.
he'll call out the bad stuff.
Yeah,
He'll be honest. Like
yeah,
with him, it's just like your taste might be different.
yeah,
He knows what he's talking about
yeah,
as far as the wrestlers, and he understands like business.
yeah. So he
Yeah,
was
he's a
saying
real
like he was saying this was back in like 2018 when you had like Johnny Gargano and Ciampa and Adam Cole. He was like, man, the style of wrestling in NXT is the style. He said this verbatim too. It's the style of wrestling that I like. But he's like, man, I don't see how this makes any sense for WWE to do this stuff because none of these guys fit WWE style and what Vince wanted a star.
Mm-hmm.
And then we called it later, man. You killed your development because you weren't sending any younger talents to the main roster. And then all of a sudden, no, like how many like young 20-year-olds, like how many Brian Breakers were you developing? And when I say Brian Breaker, I'm not saying they have to be as good as Brian Breaker. I'm just saying young guys in their early to mid 20s on the main roster that got developed through NXT. Wasn't that many
Not
under the
enough.
black and gold era.
Mm-hmm.
But in the FCW era and the early NXT era, they were sending a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
They were sending guys like Big E. They were sending guys like Roman and the Shield, the Bray Wyatts, the Enzo and Castas, man.
It was great. I mean,
Yeah,
and it's like you said before, that was kind of like that. I get we kind of refer to it as like, and that era was man.
yeah. And
Oh,
then
you had
like they
talent like the Vaudevillains get over.
yeah.
You had
I'm
Mercy.
trying to think how old is Rusev now? Because he had to be young when he was on that roster. That was
Yeah,
like 10
he
years ago.
was he was what? He was FCW first, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Rusev's 30, he's 38 now, and that was like what 10 years ago. So he was
Yeah.
28. So you're saying you get these guys, you know, early mid to late 20s that was coming on the roster. Not these guys in their fucking mid 30s.
Mid-30s. I can't.
And I mean, and those guys, if they're in their mid 30s, like you gotta capitalize on them right away.
Yeah.
Like I like Gunther, I give him credit. He's like in his mid 30s, but they capitalize right away. Gunther is 37.
Yeah.
But you
Once
don't
once
want to
he,
have
once
to,
he finally decided to come over to the United States, they were like, "All right, we're all
but I'm just saying you don't want to rely on stuff like that though.
in."
You want to be getting guys like the Brian Breakers, your Oba Femis, You know, your Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, you want to get these guys when they're young, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you got more time to maximize on them as well.
It's a fine balance. It's a
Yeah.
fine balance. Like you want to have those young stars that you develop, but it's also good to get in some fresh veterans.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I don't mind getting in the Motor City Machine Gun.
No.
I don't mind you bringing them in. I don't mind you bringing in the Lucha Brothers if you're trying to bolster this tag team division. Bring them up straight to the main roster. Those are veteran teams that you could work around. You know, it's good to bring in like when they brought in AJ Styles.
Yeah.
When they brought him, they made him a star instantly, capitalized on him.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I say this all the time. When Samoa Joe came in, they told him like, you're just here in NXT to put over young talent and help them. He was never supposed to go to the main roster, but he did, and Vince didn't necessarily use him right.
Well,
You
but
know,
I still say, I don't care what any of these marks say. The greatest NXT run of all time is Kevin Owens, man. That's the greatest NXT run of all time.
Owens had a great run. I like Ciampa's first run. Um,
But I'm talking about Owens is in the context of what we talking about.
yeah, he was
He
perfect. He
he
came in
went.
at the tail end of the Sammy thing when Sammy won, and they told that story of him and Owens, and then Sammy finally defeats
It was Pac,
Neville,
Pac.
Neville, and then Kevin Owens just boom power bombs him. And then the first takeover, Kevin Owens beats him by ref stoppage. I'm at the power. Then they move him up to the main roster as the NXT champion. He defeats John Cena.
Yep.
That's a legendary run.
Yep. And
And
it was
he
only
built
like
his squad.
it was like 5 or 6 months.
It wasn't even 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
He was not there for 6 months. It was about four months, I think.
Probably you're probably right. About 4 months. Yep.
Because did he lost his title to Balor was it at Takeover?
No, it wasn't that. It was on the
It was a
WWE
house
show.
show, wasn't
It was a house show, Beast in the
it?
East. That
Yeah,
shit came on like at
yeah,
5 o'clock in the morning.
yeah. That when they randomly had a house show at Madison Square Garden. That
No,
one.
not Master. It was Japan.
Yeah, it was Japan. You're right. It was Japan. It was Japan. It was Japan.
You want to know another thing? Another thing about that. That was the first squash match between Kofi Kingston and Brock Lesnar.
Yep. Yep. I remember that. I was just about to say that.
So the one on SmackDown for the title wasn't the first time Brock squashed him.
No.
Now the Brock squash against Kofi Kingston actually made sense that first time because
Right.
that's when the New Day were heels still.
Yeah. Brock
So
Brock this is right off the heels of that big Brock monster run every week.
yeah, yeah. So you could embarrass a heel like that and they don't lose anything.
And he got more than Kofi. I think he got Ian Xavier Woods too that day, I think.
Yeah, but the match was against Kofi.
It was against Kofi. Yep.
He beat him in like 2 minutes, and then
Mm-hmm.
he did this. Then he like beat them up too, though. But like you could do that to a heel. It's just like when Honky Tonk
Right.
Man lost the Ultimate Warrior. Like it didn't mean nothing. It's a, you can embarrass a heel like that, but when a baby face, like when Bianca lost like that, and then Kofi,
Yeah, it was bad.
when Bianca lost, man, I was devastated because I thought she was about to become another Kofi, bro.
I thought so too. I was scared. But it's what we've always said about Vince from the beginning. Like we knew Triple H for whatever reason he just didn't pull the trigger on her in NXT. But we knew as soon as she went to the main roster, we knew Vince.
Yeah, but I think Vince in that case just panicked, man.
I think,
I think he wanted to do something like shocking that was gonna because the match was originally supposed to be her and Sasha,
yeah,
but then Sasha got COVID.
yep.
So whatever they all had planned, he had to scrap that on the last minute. He's like, man, I want to do something that's kind of like shocking to
Yeah,
get people talking and stuff. And then you know how Vince can get. So
he was out. Eyes come back. It was.
but the crazy thing is though, that ended up probably being the best thing to happen for Bianca's career.
It was. It was because it was kind of like the Cody Rock thing. You kind of were mad.
Yeah.
People were upset that she lost that in that
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where they did the wrong thing but got the right result.
Exactly. Which as long as they've been in the business, that's going to happen because they just have the talent to make it work. So you could do stuff like that, but the talent, since they're in the business of making stars, stars can always recover.
Yeah.
Stars can always recover. But it's these people that you're trying to build up, they can't recover. And that was
Nope.
the problem when, they would build up these heels and feed them to Cena. It's like they can't recover. You didn't they just got built up for the purpose of losing to Cena, and you didn't book properly afterwards for them to be anything.
Yep.
You have to continue it. They
Yeah, you
just
gotta continue it. You can't just do that. And then they have the match of saying, "Oh, well, we're done. You served your purpose."
you served your purpose. Thank you, Rusev. Great entrance. You lost. Goodbye. Um, it's sad, but that they luck into the right thing because they build stars. So that's
Well,
what about
man,
your point about the pay-per-views? That the pay-per-views should about the pay-per-views and women's
oh
match.
yeah, 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 man. Like you could call me sexist. I don't care. You know, I don't give a fuck about if I offend anybody or not, bro.
Yeah,
I'm I'm like this. I'm not anti women or anything like that. I'm just saying, you giving me 5 matches, bro. Don't give me 2 women's matches, man. Unless these are 2 of the greatest women's matches of all time. Like,
hmm
no, like, because like I'm saying right here, like Nia Jax is going, and we all talked about how Nia Jax is improving. We all agree. I enjoy Nia Jax. But like, bro, you can't sit here and tell me on this Bad Blood show, like, if you're telling me, okay, we're putting 5 matches on the show, you have to give me, in my opinion, you should give me the 5 best matches you have to offer at the time.
hmm
You can't sit here and tell me that Nia Jax match is one of the 5 best matches you have to offer. Like, you can't tell me that match is a better match to offer than Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker. You can't tell me that match is a better match to offer than Sami Zayn versus Gunther. Hell, you can't tell me that's hell. You can't tell me that's a better match to offer than Braun Strowman versus Bronson Reed. You saw the crowd reaction they got.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
they're doing a great job building Bronson.
I might be even reaching. I might even be reaching saying this, but you can't even tell me that that match is a better match to offer. Like, let's say you did a tag team match between DIY, the Street Profits, and Tama Tonga. I think they could do some crazy shit in that match that'll blow anything out of the water between Nia Jackson, Naomi, or Nia Jackson, Bailey,
hmm
and then or hell, or LA Knight versus Andrade. We all know how big of a star LA Knight is in the crowd, and that's the dirty South Atlanta boy. Like I just think 5 matches. I might have reached with one of them, but 4 of those matches for sure, I guarantee you most fans would rather see than Nia Jax versus whoever she faced.
Get your point.
And that's what I say. It's like, okay, and you have not built the women's division this year good enough to where you should be having 2 women's matches on a 5-match show. So
No,
my point is that
there's not enough talent.
so my point is that if you're going to have two women's matches on the show, there needs to be 6 matches. And I'm gonna tell you the last show, Bash in Berlin. I'm gonna give you these match times, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And you can fit a 6 matchup in her. So let's look at the match time, match results. Cody versus Kevin Owens, 23 minutes, 16 seconds. That match don't need to be 23 minutes. That match can be 19 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
completely fine. Hell, I can say 18 minutes.
Yeah, it did go it it did go a tad long anyway.
You get 18 minutes, so that's 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca Belair versus Jay Cargill versus Unholy Union, 12 minutes. That should be like 8 minutes, bro.
Yeah, and
Like,
eight is generous.
yeah, that should be 8 minutes. So what we counted right there, that's 9 minutes we counted so far. Drew
Mm-hmm.
McIntyre CM Punk was 19 minutes. That's fine. That you don't need to change that.
Mm-hmm. That should be
Uh,
fine.
the Terror Twins and
Um,
Jamie Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Dominic and Liv, 14 minutes. That should have been 10 minutes. That don't need to be 14 minutes.
nah, nah. The 14 minutes didn't bother. The 14 minutes didn't bother me, but it didn't even.
All right, let's say neutral, 12 minutes.
Yeah, I mean it. You said 10 or 14, it wouldn't have made a difference to me.
All right, so we'll leave that one alone. Okay. So all right, so far I got 9. Then we got Gunther versus Randy Orton. That did not need to be 34 minutes. That was 28 minutes is fine.
It was a very good match, but it did not need to be.
So that's so right. So far
That
I
could have
have
been 20,
9.
that could have been 25.
You said 25 even?
That could have been 25. If you want to give them 28, you can do that. I think it would have been
No,
fine.
I give me 25. So that's
Mhm.
that's 9 minutes off of that match. So we got 9. So that's 18 minutes. That's 18 minutes. We shaved off some match times. That's 18 minutes. So you got your entrances. Let's say your entrances is about 3 or 4 minutes.
Mhm.
And then you get your afterbirth. You got about 13, 14 minutes, you can have another match.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you
I mean, even if you shave off a few minutes for them, you can still have a 10, 12 minutes.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm about to look at all these shows they have and like
I've
what
looked at
is the
I've looked at them. For the most part, it's been like going back to like Elimination Chamber. It's pretty much been five. I know they had six for one where Io and Kyrie defended on the pre-show, or was that Bianca and Jade? I think that was no. So Io and Kyrie defended on the pre-show in Elimination Chamber because that was the Indy Hartwell, and then there was another one where I think Jade and Bianca defended.
that was on the pre-show King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, they defended in the pre-show, so that was another six-carder, I think.
But it was pre-show. It wasn't like the main card though. That was
Right. They haven't had very like that was pre-show. I think they may have had one or two. They had
all right. Gunther versus Randy Orton. All right, which Gunther versus Randy Orton match do you think was better? The first or the second one? Huh?
the second one. I like the Berlin one better, even though it was longer.
Yeah. Because the first one was only 21 minutes,
Yeah,
and then the second one was 34 minutes.
that's why I said they would have been perfectly fine at 25.
Yeah,
Perfectly
so
fine
I'm
at
looking
25.
at like, man, they got enough time. It's because they got all these ads they want to run on Peacock and shit. Like, it is like, man,
I get it because because I pay for the no ad,
Uh,
but I understand that they have like I'm assuming for the ad tier people they have to. I don't know. I don't know how streaming works in terms of
no, I got the one with ads, so yeah, we get some stupid ads.
you get ads.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that they got to fit that in. Um, so I'm assuming that they're probably actually obligated.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy though because like, man, 5 matches, like, and like I say, man, if you're going, and like I say, to me, I wouldn't even, yeah, I wouldn't even make too big of a deal if you're giving me the best 5 matches available. All right,
Mm-hmm.
but most of these shows, I know it's not all the shows, but most of these shows, there it's a quota to have 2 women's matches on these shows, and a lot of times we saw like there's one champion that's like having good like we saw when Bianca and Rhea were both champion at the times. Like Rhea, you didn't really look forward to seeing her matches on these shows,
Mm-hmm.
and Bianca has the better match. So it was like, but we gotta have the both of the women's matches on the show. So it's like, but they were doing, but that wasn't no big deal then because they were doing more than freaking 5 matches. But it's like, man, like my preference would honestly be like 7 matches, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But you gotta definitely gotta have at least 6. You gotta have at least 6, man.
I like five, but I'm not mad at six if they time it out right. Because we also got to keep in. We also have to consider like how long they have the building.
See,
So
I would like 5 if you were giving me your 5 best matches though. We know they're not giving the 5 best matches.
I'm not expecting you to give me five best matches on a B and great pay per view. I'm expecting to get a
Why
couple.
not, man? Why
I'm
not, man?
expecting because it's WWE. I know I'm going to get a couple good matches. I know I'm going to get a couple matches that's like okay, they've been built,
We got to demand more, man.
and I know that I'm going to get some. I know I'm going to get a couple matches that they've been building towards. I know I'm going to get one match where like the champion is defending their title because you know every 30 days they kind of use that. And I know I'm going to get a match where it's not like a feud ender. It's kind of like a progression thing. I know that's what I'm going to get.
We got to
I'm not
demand more,
mad
man.
as long as long as the matches deliver. I don't. I'm not mad. You're only taking up 3 hours of, and I'm getting something every 4 weeks.
Yeah, but man, Jay Uso and Brian Breaker should be on Bad Blood. Brian Breaker's from Atlanta, Georgia, man.
It should that should be on there. I think Braun should definitely be on the paper. Ridiculous for him not to. But you know
Man,
that's
can you imagine how the dogs be barking in Atlanta, man?
but but then you got to run into the problem of is he a face or is he a heel?
Brian Breaker's whatever you want to be, man.
That's the problem. Well, this ain't AEW. You
Man,
gotta,
yo,
you
the
gotta
dogs,
stop.
the fans love Brian Breaker, man.
I think the fans do like Braun Breaker too. Even with that promo that he had with Jay, where Jay was definitely the face, like he had the dogs barking. So
They had both of them have the fans on their side, man.
yeah, I'm agreeing with that. So I don't know if he's
Brian's just
a
a
face.
badass. That's all he is. Just label him. He's badass.
If he's a face, then have him. I would have him in bad blood. But then what heel is he going to go?
No, him and Jay. That's all you need. Him and Jay. You got the Heat versus the dogs barking, man. Man, you know that I tell you right now, they would have probably the second biggest crowd reaction because Roman and Cody against Jacob, that's gonna have the biggest crowd reaction.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they by far have the same. Jay has the big Jay and LA Knight are kind of in the same position. They are constantly getting the biggest crowd reaction. Like they're right there with everybody.
There's one big difference between Jay and LA Knight. Jay is moving that merch though.
Jay is moving merch like crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think I might for the Raw. I might get that new Yeet shirt they got.
Jay is moving merch like.
I've seen people outside of wrestling wearing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Heat is just like popular vernacular now, just in like con. So it makes sense. Kind of like
That's when you know a wrestling shirt is over, like Stone Cold, the NWO, the Rock shirts. You could wear them outside of wrestling.
Absolutely, definitely. Well, and that's why the Bullet Club worked.
Yeah, the Bullet Club got some good merch. I ain't gonna lie.
That's why the Bullet Club worked, because there were people that had no idea what the
Man, hey, the Bullet Club got some hot merch, man. They got some good looking merch, man.
yeah, but then you looking at it, would you think that's a wrestling shirt?
No, you wouldn't.
Exactly. So it's like
I got a Bullet Club shirt.
I do not. That's about the book.
Man, I got a Bullet because they got some good looking stuff, man.
That I'm not wearing you unless I care about.
They had some people when AJ was part of it.
I would get an AJ shirt. Then I'm not getting a Bullet or AJ.
But no, I like the Bullet Club. They had AJ, they had Tama Tonga, Tonga Lau,
I got
Balor, Fale.
I got a Tamatonga shirt on right now.
Oh, okay.
I got a Tamatonga shirt on right now from when he was in New Japan. That I will get that. I'm not getting a
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, man. I guess I went over everything I wanted to go over, man. It's just yeah. I just so I don't think Braun gonna run into any problems though, man. I think
I,
I don't think you need to this put a distinction on him right now. Let the crowd decide what he is, man.
I I don't want to split the crowd. I think you could run those matches where it's just like two super popular dudes. I think you could do that every now and then and get away with it.
No, oh no, I got the dream match. Four popular guys. We're gonna have main event of WrestleMania, which WrestleMania 42.
Mm-hmm.
It's going fatal four way for the world championship. First entry. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. What? And then when it's coming and when he's starting to get hyped, it's gonna get cut off. LA Knight. He comes out. And then after that, boom stone. He does his thing. And then the last, we think it ain't done. You say his name and he appears. Fatal four way for the world title, baby. Piss off all the smarts, baby. Shit. The crowd will be on their feet the entire match, so they won't even know who to cheer for.
Oh, that'll be funny. That'll be funny. It'll never happen.
It only happened in WWE 2K, but man, I would love it. If that match ever happened, man, it don't have to be at a WrestleMania. Just on
Any combination of them, yeah.
any combination. I want Fatal Four Way.
And I don't really necessarily care for Fatal Four Ways, but that would be fun.
That'd be fun, man. Because I would. Who the crowd cheer for, man?
Everybody.
They'd be like, all these guys, all these guys. Like, man, I watch like because I remember people were complaining Roxanne and Jada Parker wasn't the main event. Julia didn't come. Like, did you see how the Ethan Page and Joe Hendry didn't have to do anything, and that crowd was going
They
for
were they were rocking. To their credit, Jada Parker and Roxanne probably had the best match of the night.
Yeah.
but it wasn't even close. Like that reaction that Hendry got. Like again, like we said it 1,000 times, Hendry is treated like a top star. In TNA, they had him losing to Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, now they're putting him in the main title picture, but it's like you've had him all this time. What were you doing?
He would have already been TNA champion if I was running it.
You got to run. Why aren't you running with
Like, when the last time TNA had somebody this over? TNA.
it?
Like, yeah, come on now. You
I,
got a title on freaking Dolph Ziggler.
they got Nick Nemeth.
Or did Moose win? I don't remember who won the main
Well,
event.
Nick Nemeth won because JBL interfered.
Oh, okay. Because I stopped watching Joe Hendry and Josh Alexander. I stopped watching that. I saw what I wanted to see.
Yeah, I mean they have some talent in TNA, but
But Joe Hendry is the guy people want to see, man.
Joe Hendry is the guy, and Joe Hendry he's in that same boat as like an Ellie, where he's a solid worker.
Yeah, but he's charismatic, man. Like he
Yes,
has he has a
charisma,
likability factor about him too, man.
super duper over. He's good enough to where you can get him in the main events with somebody that can
Yeah, it works.
put some sizzle on the steak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I definitely think he's gonna be in WWE though.
Oh, he's it's not even it's a foregone.
Him, Jordan Grace.
It's a foregone conclusion. Jordan Grace needs to because there's nothing else for her to do in TV. There's literally she's been there for a while and she's beaten everybody that there is to
Yep. So I think that's what's gonna happen there. TNA though, a lot of people say, "Oh man, WWE is gonna get all the talent." Like TNA is always gonna lose talent. They're gonna lose talent to WWE. They're gonna lose talent. AEW. I ain't heard none of y'all complaining about Deanna Purrazzo leaving TNA to go to AEW though.
not one. No, TNA they're always going to lose.
They're gonna lose.
Until
That's why they got to just keep developing.
yeah, and that's why they keep developing. And that's what they're good for. But you know what? Until they get a better TV deal,
Yeah,
they're not they're kind of stuck in mud. Like if you're not even going to get on TV, like there's no reason why you're not on the TV or V or so. You need to be on a channel that's widely and or put your shows on YouTube. Like I don't know
I
why
think they were on Twitch for a while.
they were on Twitch for a while. I think they stream them on Twitch, but who's gonna? I mean, I got a Twitch. I don't really watch it too much. Like I'm not gonna remember to like let me stream Impact on Twitch, and I'm in my 30s.
Yeah,
Put that on a TV on an app that people can easily access, and that you'll get more eyes that way. The
but
TNA they just like you said they just constantly need to develop talent.
you like TNA be having talent though, man, which is crazy.
They have talent, and it's like they take like they're doing this thing with NXT. They're signing the WWE is signing so many people to these next NIL deals that you're not going to be able to keep all of them. But I have this partnership with you, and I can't do anything with them, but you take them.
Yeah,
They're going to be
because
feeding you
some of
so
them
much
NIL
talent,
talents, man, that they don't catch on quick enough, they
right?
get released and stuff. All right,
Right.
TNA, you sign some of these because they've been trained properly.
Exactly. They have the basics down. Now I just need to build you up. You have an instant feeder system with this talent development. I said this partnership is a whole lot better than that partnership.
Yeah, so like that what's that new that Damon Kemp dude?
Yeah,
He should be in TNA.
yeah.
Like they just signed Zia Lee,
You're
and
saying
I
something.
know, huh?
Yeah, I was agreeing. I saw that they signed Zion.
Yeah, and I know people be like, man, oh, WWE rejects or something. Hey, I'd rather have a WWE reject that at least been professionally trained
Mm-hmm.
and know what they're doing. They just it wasn't even that they're not good talents. They just not what they didn't see and they didn't see that they were gonna do anything with them in the future.
Right, and it doesn't mean that it could be like we've gotten all this Mustafa Ali.
Yeah,
We got as much as we could out of him. Here, here you go.
yeah. But what you want to do is get some of these talents when they're young. What you don't want is the Dolph Ziggles. Like the Dolph Ziggler.
He's not. He's not. He's a good talent, but he's not big enough to bring significant viewers. Like if you got CM Punk there, he would bring a significant number of viewers.
But like TNA had some guys like they had Bobby Lashley and Drew
Mhm.
McIntyre over there at a point,
Yep, yep.
and I was gonna say
Like
Eli
Drake, LA Knight.
LA Knight had Nick Aldis over there.
Mm-hmm. Nick Aldis was great. Matt Magnus. Yeah, I mean they did that, and again we've constantly said this about their knockouts division was
Good, yeah.
always good, always good. I like Tasha Steelz. Um, they have talent over there, so it's just they just need better visibility, and I do hope that point.
But they said the pay per views been they've been getting good attendance for them. So
Oh yeah, yeah. Like the last time they were here, it was for a pay per view, and I wanted to go, but this was something significant happened, and I wasn't able to. They were in Cicero in that arena, and it was pretty much full from what I saw because I watched it on my. I watched the pay per
how
view.
many people could fit in there?
500 people,
Oh, okay, so it was full.
and it was pretty full. From what I saw, because it's in Cicero, but now I'm seeing that they're getting a couple thousand people. That means that this TNA partnership, with the NXT partnership,
Yeah.
is helping them out, and that's a good thing. And this isn't like all right, we get Kenny Omega for a pay per view. This is continuing. We're sustaining this relationship, so that's good. And if led to increased business for them, that's better. That's better for everybody.
Yep.
I wish them the best.
All right, I think it's time to head out now. We've been here.
And
Man,
like,
you can have good conversation, man, and lose track of time.
man, and it's always good conversation. So
Yeah, man. I wanted to talk about, man, one last thing. It ain't wrestling related. It's about boxing, man. What do you think have to get boxing back in the mainstream, man? Because, bro, that Canelo fight nobody even cared about, bro.
I don't. Yeah. This is the entertainment business, man. At the end of the day, it's the answer is always going to be the same. You need to start.
Yeah, it's been since Floyd Mayweather. It had a little sizzle with Tyson Fury and
Mhm.
Deontay Wilder, but it's like, man,
You need marketable stars. Tank Davis is great. Brother is constantly in trouble getting like he's a star, but he's not somebody that like mainstream can't put that dude in America.
um,
Just listen to him talk. Can't
yeah,
do it.
yeah. This guy, he talk like he kind of slow, man.
Yeah, you can't do it. So you need mainstream stars, and again, you need better visibility. Like you used to have, and they do it sometimes too. Where they'll have the fights on NBC every once in a while. They have a fight on NBC. Like you got to have those cards where you're getting on
Uh, you still there?